Okay, 3.
Burrow.
There we go. Such nice intervals between all of your hellos.
Wait, did David say hello?
Yeah,
I said hello first.
Oh, okay.
And I got on last.
This is fine.
But when you got on, you were ready.
Before we start, we had an offline follow from Cool Boy 3452. So
Nice.
I don't know if
Thanks.
you're gonna be watching, but thanks for the follow.
Hello, cool boy. How do people just like randomly find offline streams to follow?
Right.
Yeah, that's weird.
Who knows?
After like searching for clips of stuff.
That's what I was gonna say. I wonder if it was like a clip thing. Don't know.
I don't know how this Twitch thing works.
Please.
I'm like only on Twitch to like watch the channels that I watch, and I don't browse. So I don't know what you do when you're casually on Twitch.
I've been on Twitch exactly like 2 times in my entire life.
Seriously?
Like you're such
Incredible.
an old man, David.
I'm on
Yeah, we know, okay?
so often.
You're like a year older in the end.
Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready, Freddy?
Ready to die.
I mean,
Yeah.
never, but you know, we gotta
Let's
start
go.
sometime.
That's true. We'll just do like a what do you guys? I'm not even in the game yet. Hang on.
Please.
Where the fuck is it? There it is. While I load the page, I guess, what do you want to do the like a recap of what happened before?
We learn what or the company in charge of that ship with the giant tentacle monster we fought or ran away from. It's the Apex Empire Military Industries, which also owns this oil rig that we're going to, so
How convenient.
that should be interesting. We had a movie night with Rio where he made us watch a bunch of slasher movies.
Yes.
And then his relationship with Ward got worse.
I thought they were pretty straightforward movies.
He confused me. Us. We learned about Giovanni Fogliano.
And
Yes, yes, we did.
That's right.
The most important part of the session.
the most important dude.
I said all those words.
The best wound.
Sure is canon now. Sure did happen, huh?
100%.
All right, great.
We learned that like money was being laundered there. Ward did research on Leap and found out their organization within banking servers, and they move a lot of money off-world to a planet in a different system on the edge of civilization. And I think we learned that it was like, or no, it's next to one of the planets that we had like decoded information about.
Yes.
It's all connected.
Yeah. And then Hana figured out where her rival's staying. She's like outside of town in like this really dingy looking mining town. She figured out what house she's in.
Creeper.
That's pancake, sorry.
And
I was
then
wondering who are you missing?
Our good friend.
And then we got our mission, sort of, where apparently Ward was contacted, and that there was like a bunch of augmented TESS located in an oil rig. So some of us waterproofed our mechs. And we did our gather information rolls for the oil rig, and most of them failed, I think.
Yes.
But we got like a
Yeah.
layout of the facility that's like at the bottom of the ocean. We learned that the rogue TESS mechs are all from the Theocracy place apparently.
They all look
Mhm.
really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we learned that the Apex Empire Military Industries owns the oil rig. And I don't think we did an engagement roll.
Nope, we're gonna save that for today. Yeah. I do want to say one thing. I added a little bit more information about the layout of the place because you rolled a 6, so I'll just tell you this. I think. I don't remember who did what, but anyways, I'll just say that the 3 rooms that are in like this seafloor facility, I'll give them names just so you guys know what's is each. You probably would have like found this on like a topographic map or something if it had like basic blueprints. There's, and I told you that like all 3 of them, they're kind of in like a line. And so like one of them at the very end is called, it just is called hangar. And then the one in the center is called machinery. And then the one in the back is called pike.
Hike?
Pike?
Pike. Like pike.
Pike League of
That
Legends?
Pike League of Legends.
Are you going down here?
Pike Critical Role. So yeah, there's that. Just so you have a little bit more information. But yeah, if you guys are ready, we can start up right away with the engagement roll.
Do we
Know
what
shit, I gotta
Pike
do that
means in
thing.
this context?
Pike, I mean, it could mean a number of things.
The fish
Simply as pike. Oh yeah, that is a fish. Yeah, that is a fish. It doesn't mean the fish.
giant fish tank.
A giant fish tank underwater. Like as a pole weapon, a very long thrusting spear. That's closer. Yep.
Closer?
It's a spear
Anyway.
pointing downwards to the center of the planet.
Anyway. We need to have you roll your fucking engagement roll. We didn't have any penalties like last time here, so I think we're fine. I gotta get it into the book and see what the fuck I have to do here. Control F, engage, and roll. Okay. Is the mission bold? Yeah, you're going underwater. Sure. Does the mission exploit the target's vulnerabilities? No. Is the squad receiving external support from the mission? No. Any other factors affecting the mission? But you guys did get specialized equipment, technically, so I won't give you a -1d for something else. So I think you'll have 2d6 to roll for your engagement roll. If someone would like to do that.
I'll roll it.
Diggy.
Okay.
A 4. It's pretty good. Okay. So did you get... I should probably ask you guys how you're planning on getting here to the oil rig, or if you're skipping the oil rig altogether or something. Either way, you're gonna be able to get there because you got a 4, but I want to know how you do it.
I mean, did we want to talk to the oil rig people? Because because Ward had like seen them talking to the TESS, right?
Yes.
So,
But
and then,
also, if they're
like afterwards,
cooperating,
they like jumped into the water after talking to them, so they might be like working together.
yeah.
So we might just want to sneak into
Chase
the
after them.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, if you like get into like close distance to the oil rig, their like flight control center will probably call you. Just because they get like a lot of like helicopters moving in and out, like shipping people and stuff. So
like, well, wow.
or you could like yeah, I don't really know what you said, sorry. You could like start, like go underwater like a distance away or something. I'm sure
That
your
might be- that might
spaceship can
be
handle that
better.
or something.
That might be better to just avoid talking with them at all.
Like at all.
Yeah.
I'm imagining a very cool action sequence where Kix is like flying us in, and then the ship gets like really close to the water, and the loading bay at the back like opens up, and all of us just jump out in our mechs.
Hell
All the
yes.
mechs
Hell
advance
yes.
And whoever
Excellent,
whoever did
perfect.
not waterproof their mech like just belly flops.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's what happens. He like gets real close, like it like you know how like the water like parts a little bit because of how fast he's still moving
Yes.
in the ship, and you guys just all jump down one by one. Everybody who doesn't have their mech waterproof, I think probably just starts to sink real quick into the water. And you skip the oil rig out of the most part. I think Kix gives you like a call while you're all slowly making your way down to the seafloor. He's like, these guys are calling me right now. Do you want me to say anything? The guys in the oil rig are like, hey, you're flying a ship real close by.
Tell them you were lost.
Okay, sure, I'll do that. Then he cuts communication. So yeah, you guys, I will remind you of the mechanics of being underwater right now, just so you are aware. If you didn't waterproof your mech, which I think only 2 of you did,
Yeah.
1 of you, 2 of you,
Yeah.
It was Ward and me.
right?
Rio
Rio
tried.
Rio tried.
Right, but it's just
He
like
like
duct
used
tape.
duct tape. We learned to use this duct tape to fix mechs. So
God, and you have like a fucking like experimental like top of the line mech, and you fix it with duct tape.
Yes. This
Can't
explains
believe
why it
this.
took so long to fix Nix's mech.
yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
like
blooming
his
in
laser
this.
thing misses all the time.
So the 2 of you that did equip your mech with underwater tech or whatever, you will roll as you normally roll, and because you guys rolled a 4 here, I think you're just in standard position or risky. Sorry.
We're not in desperate for one.
Risky
Yeah.
standard.
So everybody will be in risky right now because you rolled a 4. But the 2 of you that couldn't or decided not to outfit your mechs with underwater equipment, you rolling a 1 on an action roll will be treated more severely, and rolling a 4 will be treated as a failure. So the margin of failure is a little bit bigger because there's so much water pressure. And also the failures will be more severe. But you can negate that. You can negate that penalty though if you like use one of your abilities like stress quirks, items, help, collateral dice, whatever works. So you can get rid of that stuff if you want to, but you do have to use something to do it.
Fix my mag. Time to fuck it up again.
Time to break it.
Really excited. You just fixed it too. Oh no. So yeah, you guys sync for actually quite a few minutes here because this crater, like I said last time, is the deepest part of the oasis's oceans. It's 8 miles deep, so it takes a while for you guys to float down. It's about, if I had to put it in perspective, it's about a mile or so deeper than like the Mariana Trench and the Atlantic, I think, or wherever that is, Pacific. I don't know. So it'll take you guys a while, but you have a very nice view. It's very clean water, very beautiful, very blue. As you're sinking from a distance, you see the oil rig, and it has, like, you know that like a lot of oil rigs, they are either like freestanding with like a structure underwater, or it's floating. This one's floating because that's a lot of space in between them and the ground. But instead of there being one pump that goes all the way down, there's 1, 7. And they kind of go all out in different directions. It looks very complicated, even from underwater. But as you get closer and closer to the bottom of the ocean, various marine life swim by you. Alien marine life, maybe like some weird shark thing with like mixed with like a football fish or something.
Leviathans.
Yeah, some really big thing like floats right by you, like bigger than a whale, and you guys are like, but it doesn't touch you, it doesn't harm you at all. Just kind of keeps distance. A lot of little stuff too. But eventually, after a few minutes, you guys touch the ground. And since you dropped farther from the oil rig, you are kind of at like the ring, like the very edge of this crater. So you can see maybe about like a half mile or so in front of you, right at the center of this crater, is this facility that was shown on the map. So you will need to get there.
Do we see any other mechs down here?
Not from this distance. I'll say that you do notice, though, that a lot of like the silt and sand, like at the ocean floor, is kind of always a little like in motion, being disturbed, I guess. So it kind of obscures like around your feet a little bit.
Won't
But
leave
from
any
where you are right
tracks.
now. Yeah, that's true.
Never find us.
So are you just gonna start making your way normally, or are you trying to be stealthy about this? I don't know what your deal is.
Prowl?
We would have to stealth with our mechs, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
you don't have to do a group check if you don't want to. You could each roll separately, but
We
or
already
you could
know
have
if
like
it's a mech.
someone scout
Oh,
ahead or
yeah.
something. Like that's fine too.
What do we roll for?
Is anyone good at scouting?
Let me check. I have not
Probably
looked at my neck and
be
wait,
maneuver.
this is not the shoe.
Scan if we're gonna scout.
It'll
I mean, I
probably
have a
be
1
scan.
on like
Who in
both
maneuver?
of those.
You have 2 in maneuver?
Yeah,
No,
2.
I have a 1.
I have 2.
Okay, so maybe you should like go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I'll try to go ahead and move nice and careful, like try to see what's up.
Okay. Roll normally. You'll get the extra penalty though.
Oh,
Okay, you won't.
nice.
Okay, fine.
Crit.
Now I just need to repeat those rolls for the rest of the
Yeah,
session.
just keep doing it. No more threes, only crits.
Can't roll a 4.
Right. Yeah, you guys, the three of you like kind of stay back a little bit, and Rio goes forward. How do you go about scouting underwater here? How far up do you go?
Yeah, so I'm just got my scanners out. I'm just I go far enough that if I needed to call out to the party, I could,
Okay, cool.
but pretty far.
Sweet. Okay, so like in between like you guys and like the center of the crater is about a half mile. So maybe you get in like a quarter.
Okay.
And it's very dark down here, so you probably have your lights on, and you have like maybe like a little like submarine radar, and it goes like beep, 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 like in the cockpit. You don't find a whole lot here. You do notice though, as you get closer to the center, as you're maybe you like I don't know if you like every once in a while like step onto the ground or like if you're like walking the entire time. But you notice as you're getting closer to the center that you probably don't feel it because you're in a mech. But I think your mech like registers it and tells you that there's some uh sort of uh vibration that happens um on the floor here, and you can probably guess that's what's making all of this sand and silt kind of constantly be in turmoil. Um and it's sort of like it like rumbles a little bit for like 30 seconds, and then you notice it stops and it goes completely silent. And then 30 seconds later it rumbles again. It's not enough to like be of concern. Like there's no like if you could like assign like this like on the Richter scale, it would be like unnoticeable. But it's like your Mac definitely picks it up. But as of right now, you don't see much of anything, and you're staying fairly quiet, so no one notices you. You can probably call out to your friends that everything looks good at this point.
Yeah, I send the rest of the party a message. Hey, guys, I think we're good here. Come on up.
Right, heading your way.
Over.
Over.
We approach.
Cool, cool, cool. You guys start to feel this same rumbling at your feet. Everybody who has feet, I guess, in this instance. One of you is probably just hanging out and floating, but everybody else probably notices this interval of vibration and that stops in a very like mechanical like rhythm, I guess. But yeah, I think the you're about a quarter mile out. You can see the entrance hangar to this facility, and it's a very tall facility. I mean, like if your mechs are like what, 50 feet, like 5 stories, then like this thing is probably like triple that height. It's very big. But as you get a little bit closer, all of you, I think you start to notice that there's like 2 like worker looking mechs like outside in front. They look like they're exo mechs, but they look like they they function as utility, like they're like forklift mechs or something. But they have like their lights on, and there seems to be like a couple of guys hanging out in them.
They're like near the hangar.
Yeah, they're like right at the entrance.
Okay, we're gonna have to get them away from the entrance somehow. Or convince them to let us in. But I don't know about that.
All right, who's got any big ideas?
Silence speaks volumes.
Distraction is in order.
Because we could like cause an explosion a bit further away.
We could.
Or perhaps we could hack false signal break time, lunchtime.
Like falsify a
change?
message to them.
Shift change.
Tell them someone brought donuts.
Treats in the mess hall. Legged ones enjoy treats a lot.
Okay.
Legged ones
again,
enjoy treats.
Just don't say legged ones in the message.
Please do that. Anyways. Okay. Do we not can we not think of a better line than that? Okay, no, we cannot.
Yeah,
I think
you
you're
guys-
overestimating our abilities here.
If we knew the source of this rumbling, perhaps we could mention some
Okay.
breakdown or something,
mean,
but
I would
What
imagine
kind
it's
of
probably
rumbling is it?
probably like whatever they're doing to get the resource underwater, like if they're drilling or something or
piking.
piking.
So, what is the plan here? Like, knock on the door and pretend that we're delivering something? That's what we're going with?
Hey guys, we're I know that we're like 8 miles underwater, but you got a pizza delivery. Just can we come in?
Where
Hmm.
we're
Do we
the
have to like
pizza boy.
knock? Can't we
Yeah.
try to like get in?
I mean, we have to get past them to get into the hangar with our mechs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys out here, like keeping guard.
So we have to either convince them to let us in or make them go somewhere else.
Or murder.
So are the guards just like
Or murder them.
Is
standing there? Are they in mechs?
These guys are
Yeah.
just like mechanic dudes, right?
They're in like, yeah, I mean they're in like I don't know, like what's a heavy machinery kind of mech? Like a forklift mech. Like it's a mech,
Okay.
but like you know, like the you guys haven't seen Aliens. I'm thinking of that one, but it's in that.
I have seen aliens.
It's that one. It's the one that
Okay.
it's the one in the final battle that she gets in, kind of like those,
It's the
except
gun tank
underwater.
in Gundam.
Yeah, sure.
okay.
Anyways, okay, so
Oh, it's super not.
do the mechs look like very old or
They definitely look used. They look like they're more like hardware than like nice stuff.
They look like they can
so
fight.
probably no hacking? Old mechs.
Yeah, I would say that it has. You can probably guess. You guys are probably well aware enough with mechs to know that like the stuff that they use in industry isn't really meant to be all that high tech because it doesn't have to be.
Hmm.
So we will need to distract the pilots.
Yeah, we just do like a physical distraction.
Okay,
All right.
let me
so,
check my stuff. You can keep talking. I'm just reading through my things.
I mean, the
Keep
moment
reading.
we open this door, they're gonna see us. So I don't know what our options are here.
I mean, you could always just nuke them.
Well, we could always just nuke them. Just drop the whole
That's-
ceiling on them.
That's certainly an
We are
option.
Works every
trying
time.
like not to do that, you know.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you drop the ceiling
Well,
on them, they'll be done.
I mean, theoretically, we're here to like eliminate the tests, right? So if they're inside the building,
If you drop the ceiling on the test is over.
I mean, if you want them dead, I don't know if Ward does, but
That's assuming
think-
they're
Can we
inside
like
also.
fry their
it's
mechs
also
maybe?
I mean, you could always, yeah, that's certainly an option, like overload their systems or something.
Yeah, like use my like instead of like doing damage to just like maybe fry the mechs.
Sure, you can give it a whirl.
Okay. Wait.
Remember, for you would have that penalty unless you use an item or something, or stress or whatever.
Okay. Stress. I mean, I need to push myself anyways, because that's what I need to do to use that ability. So I'll take my 2 stress.
Okay. So
And
1 stress for the ability, and then 1 stress to get rid of the penalty.
I mean, isn't it like 2 stress when you
It's 2
push
stress to
yourself?
push yourself.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
listen, it's been a minute.
Every time that I push myself, this is like additional.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. So
Can you put that in the chat just so I could read it?
Oh yeah, sure. Where is it?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, cool. Go crazy.
So I'm gonna. I guess I could use interface for this. Nothing else jumps out at me.
Sure, works for me.
Okay, so the penalty is what?
So
What am I?
because you used this ability, it'll probably just negate. But the penalty would have been rolling a 4 is a failure, and then rolling a 1 gets you
Okay, so
worse.
I'm just rolling like regular stuff.
So just roll your just roll your regular, whatever you get.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Stop this.
No.
All right, so
Don't
what
worry,
do you do?
it can only go downhill.
Yeah, right. So what do you do? What do you do to summon up your Tesla deal and overload these guys as sensors?
I guess I'll just since these are like very primitive pieces of equipment, I like go to whatever power outlet there is nearby, and I just like jack up into it, and just like send up like an overcharge to both of the mechs to just like make them power load mess up. Hopefully these guys get
there's like
trapped in there. To also powers out and they cannot open.
Yeah, there's like maybe like a couple of like real big like thick tubes that'll have like a bunch of like electronics in it that are like going out from the facility, and you're just like, oh, that works. You plug in, and you like send up like right up to these guys. They're probably like also like hooked in because this equipment is so freaking old that they like have to be hooked into something. And like you like see like their mechs like suddenly like their like big floodlights like go out, and then they start to like shake a little bit and like creak, and then like they just kind of like lock up and everything shuts down. It looks like though that the inside of the mech is still fine. So these guys are drowning right now, but
You know, these things are like a security risk. You cannot go if the power goes out. You can't actually leave.
yeah,
The
you have
only
to
thing that
call
it does
someone.
is like life support. I'm just like telling everyone else while I'm like walking.
You guys are like walking
These
closer and
guys
like
are
you see
so cheap. People are so cheap.
like these like big cockpits that you can like see like these guys like entire sitting bodies, and like there's like red lights behind them, and they're just like, what's going on? What's going on? Hey man, what's going on? They like can't even talk to each other. You just like see them like freaking out inside.
The
We just gotta go
claustrophobia.
behind them. They can't even turn around now.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah, we
fucked.
just
Their
went
cameras
behind
don't
them.
work.
That's
Amazing.
terrifying.
Yeah, they're just in the dark in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. Like if you guys like turn your lights off, like when you're like moving towards them, they probably won't even see it.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah, we just like turn our lights off and then like go behind them where they can't see us.
Sweet. So you've made it up to the door. It's a big hangar door. Very tall.
Does it look like there's
We
some sort
enter.
of interface to open the door?
I mean,
Yeah, there's like there's one like a teeny tiny one made for humans, like down like 5 feet above the ground. And then there's one like real big one made for mechs, like at your guys' like eye level. And
Okay,
if you head
someone
up,
else gonna do it.
yeah, I guess if you head up to it, it doesn't look like. It kind of looks like it's not like a screen where you like use your big mech fingers to like type on a keyboard. It's more like it's like a sign, like a digital sign that just says like I don't know how you say like door open mechanism in like industrial terms, and there's just like a big socket that you would have to like plug something into. It's like a key.
Need a key?
We need a key.
Wait, we need to
It's
steal the
electronic.
key off the mechs.
It's electronic though, so you might not need like the actual key.
Hack it.
We all
You just
look
like
at our
stick your
hacker.
finger in there.
I'm just like standing there,
We all turn and look
like
at
looking
you.
around. Oh, what?
Oh,
what?
you. It's all
Oh.
you.
Oh, do I need to like? Can I do it
Hack.
from my mech? I assume.
Ooh.
Like,
Yeah, I mean
connect.
it's like it's mech height, so you should just be able to do some.
I should have waterproofed my fucking mech. I'm doing all the fucking rolls. Okay, sure.
Just wait till you get inside. Don't worry about it.
What do you have in?
Listen, can someone like help me out here? I feel like I'm taking in some water. Someone just.
Let's see.
Do you have good manipulate?
I mean, I want someone to help me because I cannot take any more stress.
Oh. Wait, can we?
Wait, how much stress do you have already?
I have 2, so I have 4 now. And I mean,
Oh, jeez. Okay.
we're just starting, so I don't want to like
Yeah.
overdo it yet.
No, you should.
Oh, are you gonna try to use your Tesla thing
No.
again?
I mean,
Or
that's only when I push myself. So
Okay,
if
yeah.
it comes up later,
have
I
to
can
be.
do it again. But
Wait, do we need to do like a mech move for get into this, or?
yeah, because this is a mech-sized door.
Yeah.
Yeah, is
I
it a
mean-
mech thing or a PC thing?
I mean, you would have to stick something in this huge socket, and I don't think you could stick your hand in it.
Yeah.
So who
I
has
mean, I could
good
just
manipulate?
I have
No
few.
one.
I also have.
I have one, so I can try
I
it.
have maneuver, battle, and bombard. I can get into position and then I can blow things up.
I also have maneuver, battle, and bombard.
Please.
I can't even like help
No.
any of you because if I help any of you, I still take 2 stress.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Because I'm
this-
friends with all of you.
This is fine. I'll just rock the manipulate. I'm
Okay.
waterproofed, so I'll be
Should be fine.
probably
I am
okay.
I am giving you directions from the back.
I will use. So for mechs to push themselves, that's a quirk that you have to use, right?
Yes, you have to expend a quirk.
Okay. So I will use big and long reach to
Okay.
utilize
You.
Overseeker's tentacles to try to manipulate this key. So
Sure.
I'll use that for an extra die.
Sure.
Risky stand 1. Okay,
Why?
cool.
All
Yes.
these 6s, guys.
All the 6s.
This is fine. This is fine. I still got a while to go.
Every time we roll a 6, I fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say that like what you kind of like realize what you need to do is like get something in here like as far as this thing will go and like manipulate the electronics to like make the thing think that you're the key. So I guess correct me if this isn't what you do, but like you stick your big freaking long tentacles in there and you kind of fiddle with the electronics that are all the way in the back there, and then it kind of you like figure it out and it kind of chunk like rotates, and then like a little bit of a red light starts flashing like above this thing, and the hangar door starts like really creakily and slowly opening.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah. It takes some time to open because it's very large and there's a lot of pressure. 8 miles underwater. But eventually it opens and you can walk into this like sort of very wide but shallow room, still underwater. It's kind of like what are those like in between rooms, like when you're going from like one place to another, but you like need to change pressure or like lose water.
Yeah, it's
I forget what they're called, but it's one of those. You all stand. You have to like stand in like a horizontal line all next to each other, shoulder to shoulder. And then the hangar door like closes slowly behind you, and then as it like clicks shut again, a red light starts flashing, and the inside in the room that you're in, and then the water starts to drain from the room slowly. And then once the water's all done there, that red light stops and a different red light on the opposite side starts flashing and like making a little bit of a buzzing sound. And then the door in front of you then starts to open again. It's a lot of a process because you're underwater. But after some time, you do eventually make it into this hangar. And it's a very wide, long room, very tall also from the inside. It just kind of looks like the place where they do. It almost looks like this is the place where they do a lot of like shipping and handling. And also just like if they have like big bots your size, that's what they would be doing all of that stuff in this room. So like there's a lot of like crates, like really like heavily armored crates because they're underwater. They're all labeled as Apex Empire. And there's no one here though. It's just like completely dead in this room.
We open some of the crates.
Yeah. A lot of them are like password coded, but you could probably just force them open. That wouldn't be a problem. I would say you would have to roll for it if you wanted to be quiet doing it, but if you're not trying to be quiet at all, then you could just rip it open. It's fine.
Do we want to know what's in these?
maybe on our way out. Best not to
Yeah.
alert anyone while we still have the element of surprise.
Maybe
It can
maybe
wait.
while we're running out, we can just grab one of the crates.
Yes.
These all have like interfaces on them too. I don't know if you can just like want to
Do any
just
of
like
them- yeah,
read.
Can we like see what they have if we just look
Just
at it?
scan it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like as like an initial like scan of like these boxes, it just seems like a lot of this stuff is like inside some of the larger boxes of these crates. There is, hang on, let me find my notes. A lot of like minerals, and like just like stuff they dug up from the bottom of the ocean. It seems like. A couple of you guys are like kind of scientists, right? You would catch up on this. A lot of the like raw elements they seem to have like mined here, or at least like sampled in these crates. They're not like native to this area of the ocean floor, the geology. So you can probably guess that they're like, oh, they're probably researching this crater and seeing what's inside, just for like science stuff. A couple of like the other smaller crates seem to have like some sort of like marine life inside of them. Like very small. Like if you like read through it, they're all like microorganisms, a lot of stuff. So you can gather at least from like this room and like the general space that like this facility seems very mundane. Like it's just like a laboratory that they're just like seeing what's going on down here in this crater. It is very strange that it's very quiet here, though, and that there was guards outside. I think one thing that you guys notice probably fairly quickly as you enter this room is that that vibration is significantly stronger now. It does feel like a decent sized earthquake. And it still happens only every 30 seconds or in 30-second intervals. So like you feel this 30-second rumbling very strong, and then it stops and it's completely quiet, and that starts up again. And I think if you like really pay attention, I don't know, you probably can. Like I would say like maybe Ward would notice this because you're probably more in tune with your mech's like senses.
Ooh.
That like you can like hear from like the doors leading to the next room, and like maybe even beyond that, that there's like a loud thudding sound right before this rumbling starts. And you only hear it right when the rumbling starts. So like when it stops, there's no loud noises. But yeah.
This thing.
Other than that, this room is pretty sparse. You can salvage any of the stuff if you want. That's fine. I'll give you crud for it at the end if you want to steal some of like the machinery here, but like if you wanted more material, but
Probably
do
worth
whatever
it.
you want in this room.
Yeah, we can take some of it.
Okay, cool. I will note that down, and you'll get like 1 or 2 extra material depending on how this goes.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, I don't know if you want to do anything else in here. There's not a whole lot else to do.
Is the next room the machinery room or the pike room?
Machinery room.
Machinery room. Okay. We hear thudding coming from there. Well, I mean, if there's no one in here and there's nothing else
Yeah.
to look at, we
Let us
should head
continue.
into the
Sweet.
next room.
You are faced with the same sort of lock mechanism here. It's a smaller door though, because it's not a hangar. But your mechs will certainly still fit. But you do need to open it somehow.
You do it again, Ward?
You don't have the
And-
penalty now because you're not underwater. So,
Oh.
I mean, that wouldn't affect Ward, but you guys are in open air right now.
Okay.
Not open. You're in air.
Okay.
We can attempt.
Get your
Not
freaky
using
little
torque.
fingers in that socket.
Let's go 6.
Hey,
Just
it's
barely.
enough.
We're not
Enough.
under
Okay.
died.
That works.
Yeah. You stick your tentacles in the socket again. Makes a little ka-chunking sound. It takes a little bit longer to do, but it must be like maybe a smaller hole or something, and you like can't really like fit all the tentacles that you need in there like 100% of the time, but you do manage to tweak it enough that it clicks open. Let's see, you rolled a 4, so you will succeed with a minor consequence. Where's my consequences? Here they are. Let's say you get a little zapped there. You get like a level 1 harm, I guess, from that.
Level
Or a
1
level 1, sorry, a level 1 damage to your mech.
damage.
Because you're using your mech's tentacles, not your own.
Dang. Zapped.
Zoinks. But you do open it, despite getting a little zapped along the way. Are you guys just like standing in front of the door, waiting for it to open?
Is there like a way to hide?
I mean, if you want to.
Well,
I'm just asking.
Ward would be in front of the door when he's opening it, so I don't know if there's
Yeah.
much way to.
Point in everyone else trying to hide.
Okay, so you
He's
guys are all
dying
like
back.
standing there, standing there right in front of the door as it opens really dramatically to reveal the next room. This room before you, the machinery room, labeled as such by the key socket thing, looks to be like I have like a ton more equipment into it. It almost looks like that there's like some sort of like actual like manufacturing going on down here or something, or just like processing like the samples they get from down here in like a very large quantity. It also looks like maybe that's like half of the room. So like the left side of the room is all of this like big heavy machinery equipment. And then the other side is all like laboratory. It's all like people height. So it's significantly smaller than a lot of the big heavy machinery.
Please.
So the kind of like juxtaposition between the two, like this like, huge machinery and then these like little tiny little laboratory like right next door is probably pretty funny. But that's not the only thing you see here, because not only do you see all this stuff, you also see a group of about 25 like workers all huddled up in the laboratory section, all together, kind of like sitting down. And one of these Pyron mechs standing guard in front of them, and then the other one, or another one, standing guard right in front of the opposite door. And you guys are making yourselves quite in the open, so they see you. Sorry.
Do we want to fight these people, or?
Are we? Remind me, Ron. Are we here to kill these tests, or?
We are here to confront and see what their objectives are. If they are agreeable and potentially non-disruptive, then they can be left alone for the most part, but tests who leave the hive mind tend to be more destructive. So if they threaten the collective, then it will have to be dealt with accordingly.
Yeah. Well, how about you lead this conversation with these guys?
These aren't their mechs, are they?
You said they were the theocracy mechs, but are these the test mechs, or are they just?
I will say that, Ward, you probably noticed that they clock the Overseeker pretty quickly. And like one of them, like probably one of them has this, if I'm like looking at these images, like the second one where it was the big lance, just kind of like raises it maybe like over their torso and just kind of like holds it there like in a defensive position, not like an offensive at all. But
Okay.
they certainly seem to be on guard.
Okay. These are them. Okay. I thought these were like more of the worker mechs, not them yet.
No, these are the wild ones. There's probably one of each of these
Okay.
guys here.
So how to
Sorry, why is this music like gentle guitar?
Like resort music.
please?
What is this?
It's fine.
This is what the lab workers are listening to.
Yeah. Smooth jazz.
Yeah, it's just playing and like a bunch of speakers like all around you guys. Just vibes.
So 2 rogue TESS max. Okay. I guess since they already see us, point in hiding. We will slowly inch
Approach.
forward. And Ward will telepathically blast himself towards the closest mech, I guess. Let's say.
Good question.
How to not sound confrontational, but also confront them.
Also, what are you doing here?
Wait,
What are you doing
Yes.
here?
Who are you? Who sent you?
what are we? Wait, no.
What are we?
What are we? Why are you not we? We have been made. Not right. We have. Can't say we do not mean harm because we could potentially mean harm.
We definitely.
Okay.
Well, initially
I
we
mean,
don't mean harm.
We could
Yes.
maybe we don't mean it. It might happen, but we won't mean it. You know?
Yes.
We don't
Also
mean
We
true.
won't mean it.
Like based off what you said, we're not here initially to like attack them or anything. We just want to know what's
Yes.
going on.
Yeah, but things happen. But
things end up
it's not
happening.
our intention. You know? Doesn't count.
We have been informed of your presence and your separation from us. We come seeking answers. What exactly have you done to yourselves? Why have you separated? What are you doing here?
Yeah. Why have you done this? Are you saying this telepathically, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which one are you speaking to? Are you speaking to the one with 4 arms or the one with the big lance?
Whichever one is closest to us.
Okay, I'll probably say the one with the 4 arms like hovers up towards you guys, and the one with the lance stays by these workers. And this one, it's funny. I think you notice like a lot of the mannerisms that this completely mechanical mech, or at least appears to be mechanical, shows. A lot of these mannerisms are very TESS still. It kind of like moves very in like a fluid manner, and kind of like quirks its head a little bit. And just looks at you and says, "Why do we need to answer to you?"
You know how we operate. The collective shares knowledge. Need to inform everyone of what is happening to all of us.
And if your we is not our we, need we share our motives, especially if they don't influence your collective anymore.
Well, since you have left, at least it appears that you have, then perhaps that will be acceptable. However, we need reassurances that your individualism will not harm the hive mind.
How do I politely make them say, mind your business?
You have no business here.
This one turns to the one with the lance, and they seem to like make an exchange for a moment. And then it turns back to you and begins to speak. But it doesn't get very far into its first word because one of these workers down below stands up and runs, just starts booking it out the door that you left open. And like screaming like for help. Like
Please.
just like going, please, someone get us out of here, please, they're keeping us trapped here. And they just run.
Oh.
And then as they're running, the one with the lance just lowers it, and from the tip of the lance a beam shoots out and just disintegrates this guy.
Okay, so they're not working.
And then just like raises it back up. And then the one with the forearms is like, what we're doing here doesn't affect your hive mind at all.
Are they like breaking up with the collective? Next is just like standing next to the rest of the party. We're just watching, like.
Okay.
What?
Out of character really quick. So this facility is Apex?
Yes.
And
It's
is
so EXO.
So it's EXO. So they're part of our employment
Our
umbrella.
faction. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Same faction.
Yes. Okay. Very well. Our collective may be safe. However, our particular umbrella covers quite more than just the hive mind. And that employee happens to be part of our faction. You may not be harming. This is going to be very confusing because TESS language is extremely vague. You are not harming us, but you are still harming. And I guess Overseeker will wiggle their tentacles in a very ward-like way and like motion towards the rest of the crew and the rest of these workers that are down there. But you are harming us.
That rules. Do you like make any motions of like being threatening at all?
Perhaps a little.
Okay.
Like using the number and motions of tentacles in order to make us look large and imposing.
Gotcha. Um, this forearms seems to make another exchange with the lance guy this time, and what does end up happening is that the lance guy hovers over to a panel on the wall and sticks like an actual key, like in a socket, and the door behind you guys begins to close. And as that happens, the forearms turns to you and says, "Your collective is so nosy. They love to stick their little tentacles in everybody's business. They're not going to stick their tentacles in ours, though. And you can try to stop us, but it's not going to happen." And like as this one speaks, it begins to back away, like float away towards the door to the pike room. And sort of at like the same time, the one with the lance like takes its spot in front of you guys. And like from behind the one with the lance, you can see that this one like quite literally phases through the wall, through the
What?
door, and just disappears.
That's not fair.
But this one with the lance here, like charges its lance. And points it, I think, directly at Ward. In a threatening manner, so it's probably gonna jump you, is what I'm saying.
Okay. It's go time.
It's go time.
As as the other one is like phasing through the wall, not really to like anyone in particular. So I guess everyone like within range would hear. Or just kind of like mutters to themselves. Shared knowledge is shared power. Shared knowledge is shared power. Like it's this mantra that's been passed down through the hive mind, and that is like what is pushing them to figure out what's going on here.
Nice, nice. You love to see it.
And then as that one disappears, they will attack the one that approaches.
Awesome. It's in sort of a defensive position right now, but it is pointing a big lance at you.
Let's see. I've got big fat one in battle. So I guess I will declare melee weapon and say it's one of the like spiked tentacles, I guess, and use those
Sure.
to like try and grab at the lance.
Okay. Go crazy.
Battle. Ooh, actually, I have level 1 arm.
Mm-hmm.
So that's less effect. Should I take the die or should I get rid of the less effect? I will get rid of the less effect. Risky standard.
All right.
Okay.
Sweet. You just kind of like try to grab at this guy?
Yeah.
Or at his, you're
At the
grabbing at his
lance.
lance, is that
Yeah.
right? Okay. Yeah. I think like you like shoot out maybe like one or two of these like spiked tentacles. And then maybe they have like little grabby like suckers on them or something, so you can yoink.
Yes.
And with a 4, I'll say that you can like make this guy like you pull forward and he like stumbles. And you can like hear in your head like a TESS like grunting sound, like "oh hey." Um, however, this guy seems to catch on to what you're doing, and the lance is still pointed in your direction, and with the forward momentum that you are creating to pull, this guy pushes the rest of the way, and I would say like gets your mech in the side with the lance, and this lance is, you probably feel it yourself, this lance is hot, like it's like red hot. So luckily it cauterizes the wound right as it happens, but ooh, it's toasty. So I think instead of giving you a damage here, since I just did with last time, I will put just you in reduced position. So you will have to roll in desperate.
Ugh.
Because you got this big laceration on the side of your mech, and it's making it a little harder to do things as quick as you want to.
Okay.
But you do get a good tick out of this guy.
Good.
And I gotta remember how to do these clocks. So it's been a minute. Choose.
Or arms health.
Boop. Yeah.
These guys
But yeah.
have 8 ticks for health.
No, because
Mhm.
there's 4 mechs.
No, this is one guy.
they-
the 4 is
okay.
one guy. I just don't have an 8-step clock. But I mean,
Dang.
like all 4 of you guys are going on one dude, so
Yeah, that's true.
shouldn't take that long.
Okay.
Beat him up.
Yeah.
Question: How much load does that black hole pistol thing take?
Probably just one. It's just a gun.
I can just use that like once, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna use it, like you would have to like pop out of your mech to do it,
Yeah,
but
like
certainly,
open up the mech. Yeah.
certainly.
I don't know. Maybe I should save that.
I think it'd be fun.
This is just the first guy.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's just
the first guy.
so-
That's why it would be fun.
No, for now I'll just attack it with a mech. I have robot fighter, which gives me increased effect, so I'll do yeah, I'll just do a battle with increased effect.
Okay.
Battle. Risky standard. Risky great?
Great, I think.
5.
Ooh.
5. With oh, I gotta check what great means. Is it here? Where is it here? Okay. Damn. All right. What do you do to battle with this guy?
The wolf will just like run on all 4s and then like bite into the arm holding the lance.
Okay. It's like still like kind of like reeling back a little bit from thrusting into the Overseeker, and you get it. What you latch onto its arm while it's in the middle of pulling back, and the TESS on the inside sort of like wails for a second. You all could hear it, which is weird. It's almost like they are also somehow like connected, like its nervous system to this robot. And you get you like tear like a good chunk out of this thing, and like underneath you can like see that like mixed in like with all of this like robot tech underneath this mechs like plating, I guess, is like also a lot of organics. Like it looks like it's a little bit of a mix of both.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah. So
no.
it kind of like spurts a little bit as you like tear into it.
Fleshy bit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's like not like fleshy bits, it's mostly like muscles and like ligaments, veins and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, but it's not like everything. It's not like totally 100%. It's a mix of
Okay.
both that and electronics. Um, me going like, why are you grossed out by this? It's cool.
I mean, it is cool.
But you like tear a good chunk out of it, and like blood actually like spurts out from this robot. And he kind of yowls in pain a little bit. But as you do this, because you rolled a 5, let's see. I think this guy kind of stumbles backwards a little bit, and like falls into a wall, but like has to prop himself up on the wall, and like the butt of the lance sort of is driven into the wall a little bit, and like a little bit of an alarm starts blaring, and like as he like pulls it out, like sparks start to fly out of the wall, and just like a little bit of water just starts dribbling into the room. So I'm going to tick the structural integrity clock. Boop. Don't blow this place up. You're underwater.
No.
Oh wow. Rest in pieces.
Are the
That's
people
not good.
just running? As
No, they
see
can't
this,
run.
right? Oh yeah, they closed the door.
Yeah, both the doors are closed. That's why I have worker safety here too. You might actually step on some of them.
Let's not.
Like our mech just lands on them.
Yeah,
Didn't see you there.
you're a
Please.
guy.
Well, listen, if we feel something squishy under the mech, we just pretend we didn't feel it.
Oh, terrible. I didn't kill you.
Oh
What do
no.
you mean? I didn't just kill 5
If
people with my ass.
if we don't see it, it
It
didn't
didn't
happen.
happen.
We will never speak of this again.
What happens underwater stays underwater.
This is for
Alright.
peace of mind.
Just forget the fact that you just murdered someone with your butt. Sure. Who's next? Who wants to do something else?
I mean, who has a fighter, Max? I am also like indisposed. We're underwater, right?
No,
You guys
we're-
are in
we're
a
in the
facility
building.
now.
We're in.
So you're
Yeah,
in a
we're
building.
inside.
Oh, okay.
Can do
Yeah,
something.
you're
I
fine.
mean, I guess I can just like shoot them from a distance as we're leaving.
You can certainly back
that's-
up and shoot. That's fine.
I guess that's what I
Yeah.
will do because I have bombard only. So
Cool. Go for it.
let's go.
Bada boom. You guys are
Hmm.
insane.
Nice.
Good thing tomorrow's like RP only because
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
all
got
these
rough.
sixes.
this is worrying.
Unless you fight Baron.
Listen,
That's true. You guys might scrap.
Death to Baron.
All right. All right, cool. You got just normal. All right, great. Great. You do it. You shoot this guy. I think that's 2 ticks. What do you
Nice.
shoot him with? Just a gun?
I think
Do you have
probably
a cool gun?
yeah, more of an energy weapon. I feel like will be next style. No bullets.
Okay. Cool.
No explosives. Just
Maybe it's like a big like rifle or something. You take that out. You just fire it. From despite it being like from a distance, quote unquote, it's not like I mean it's a big room. But like not like huge for a mech, so it's kind of like you're shooting the guy from like the opposite side of like a I don't know, like like a classroom or something. So you still get him. You still get him good. You get him like right in the shoulder, and he shouts out again in pain. And it is kind of a funny sight.
Okay.
But yeah, he's still kicking though. So who's next?
Can somebody else finish this guy up?
Does Rio want to do anything?
Yeah, I guess I can. Yeah, I'll kind of fire at this guy with my let's go with my not my biggest weapon. How about my
Second biggest.
just my machine gun, you know. We're trying to be discreet or something here.
Okay, sure. Super discreet. Definitely not dangerous.
I'm gonna go battle on that, since that's not just straight up nuking them. Never mind.
It's a 4. It's fine. You might hit a couple of workers though on your way over, but
Oh yeah, spray and pray.
God
Please.
Lord. These dudes are they're not even in a union, man. They're just trying to live their damn lives, and they got
Now they're not even doing that.
Rio, why are you aiming your gun at the ground?
there are dudes down there.
Look, I'm better with the cannon, but we were trying to be discreet.
So trying not to
was
blow
that
a hole in
discreet?
the wall.
Yeah. These bullets aren't gonna blow a hole in the wall. I mean, they're big
Just
enough
into
to.
a few of those people.
I mean, they're very big bullets. I'm sure they'll like tear them right in half, but
Yeah,
tear a
no,
hole in the wall.
that's definitely what happened. You spray and pray, and
Gosh.
you hit a couple. I mean, you hit the mech, like fine. He kind of was like, "Ow, oh god, you hit me." But like, it's kind of horrifying to see that you hit a couple of these guys and they just like are obliterated. And like a couple of these workers, like some of them are still wearing like hard hats and like lab coats and stuff, and they're just like shrieking, and like running around. It's like you've kind of like created a little bit of a chaos down by your feet now.
Guys, I think I messed that one up. A little bit.
Please.
Can we just like announce to the workers to like please run to like the side of the wall behind us? And not like
I
get in the
mean,
way.
sure. Some of them are not gonna believe you though because you just shot some of their friends. But yeah, sure. They'll try to like run out towards like the hangar door, but they can't like get out.
Yeah, but like not be like in between the crossfire.
Yeah, I mean, they will try to do that. But this guy's still kicking, so who's next?
You want to go again, Ward?
Can we actually try and scoop up some of these workers?
And throw
will
them.
Use them as a weapon.
Yes, I will declare my passenger space
Ooh,
and
okay.
try to carry as many of these workers as I can. Just slurp them up into Overseeker.
Gross. These guys are really like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I've never been in a giant organism before.
Do not worry, it is safe inside here. Much safer than out there.
Give me like some sort of roll for this, like either to see how many you scoop up, or if you like can convince them to actually get inside of you safely.
I'll do a. Let's see. I'll do a scan.
Okay.
Try and see how many I can find in the vicinity.
Sure. Go for it. And you're declaring something, so you can
yes.
choose whatever that does for you.
So I will do. I think I'll keep the less effect, but take the bonus die.
Okay. Remember that. Yeah, you're at desperate. Just you.
Oh, that's right. I'm at desperate. Actually, never mind. I'm going to I'm gonna put
Yeah.
that up to risky. Risky,
Okay.
less effect, and only one die.
And
We
someone
are
can help
fine.
you. Like you have friends. You could take a collateral. You could do a quirk.
I guess I can help. We
You
are
get
whatever. Yeah, sure.
you get as many dice as you have ticks in your relationship clock, and that's also as much
Nice.
stress as you take as well. To help.
We're at 2 ticks.
We should have. I have like 2 with everyone except Rio.
Okay.
Rio
Okay.
has 3.
So yeah, you can
That's
have two
things.
things, and then Nyx takes 2 stress.
This is fine.
So I will go back up to standard effects, and I'll take 1 bonus die.
Dick.
Okay.
That's why it's good having friends.
Let's scoop up some people. Okay.
4, yeah, okay. You get a bunch of these guys. There's 25 total. I'll say with a 4, you can get half, 10 of them.
Nice.
Shove them in your belly, in your. Where do you put them?
yeah. Basically, inside the
Wherever
belly.
you put the things.
You like
stuff?
open up like a weird little like flesh hatch or something, and they just all start
Yes.
running in. And then you're all full up of guys now. You close it back up.
Anyways.
This is
So
fine.
you get up a couple of guys up in your tummy. I will say, while you're doing, I don't want to hurt you again because this guy just hurt you. I will say maybe a couple of these guys like start getting anxious and they like, are like everybody is like running towards your mech. But like you can only fit so many, so like some of the other ones like trip and like get hurt along the way. Like maybe like one of them, or like they start like tripping over each other and stuff, and it's just like a little bit of a chaos. So they're like back in like sort of a little bit like underfoot again, but like not as bad.
Okay.
But they're still in danger. But it's only 10 of them now, or yeah. I mean, Rio killed like 5 of them, so yeah, it's 10. So Ward slurped up some dudes. Who's next?
Right back to the start. Everyone tried already, right?
Yeah, Ward just went
Yeah.
for a second time, although he helped people instead.
I mean, what else is there to do right now? Are
I
we
mean, you gotta keep
moving
hitting this
in?
guy.
I'll shoot a machine gun with my mech.
Okay. Because this guy's, yeah, still trying to hurt you guys, so.
Heavy machine gun effective against vehicles. So I'll do bombard, risky stand, and risky great. There's a
Finally. After all this time, you finally failed. Okay. Suffer complication. Let's do it. All right. Let me see. I just realized my elevator music stopped. All right. So you're just shooting this guy with a machine gun?
Yeah, the mech is.
Okay. You like pull out, oh, it's your back machine gun.
Yeah, it's like a shoulder.
Yeah. You pull it out, you whip it out, and you start firing, and this guy very haphazardly manages to duck out of the way, and I think with that moment of you kind of like staying in one place while you have to fire this, he takes an opportunity to jab his lance into your wolf side, and kind of fries some of your systems, because of the tip of the lance being so spicy hot. And I will bring you down to desperate as well for that, and then I will also take structural
Can
integrity.
get out of that?
You can by like
Rolling a 6.
or like doing any of your abilities or something to bring you back up. But because this guy moved out of the way, most of your machine gun shots ended up hitting the wall. So I'll take structural integrity for that, as it was kind of in like a centered area. Who's next? Shit.
Okay. So how's okay? What's going on like right now? How's everything looking?
Most or half of the workers are safe right now. The building that you're in is looking fine. It can still take a few more hits. And the guy that you guys are currently fighting is looking pretty rough.
Okay.
So he just needs 2 more ticks on his clock and he's done for.
Okay, I'm at 6 stress, so I should not do more, I think, just in case. But I will attempt to shoot him again, I guess.
Okay. You can use quirks too.
I mean,
Like
true.
that's like your robot stress, basically. So
Yeah, I know. I'm just like trying to work with what I have here. I guess I can
Okay.
just like flavor it as like my fragile drone network, just going out to drop a little overcharge on the guy
Okay. Sure.
and use bombard for that.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay,
6.
that
There you go.
this is like
We are rolling in the
way too good
6s.
for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like
yeah.
too many.
Like a 6 actually finished this guy off. So how do you want to finish this guy off? He's
Oh,
about to be
fuck.
playing, by the
Okay,
way.
so I'm
aware.
like looking around the room and in a panic I decide that I just gonna break out the drones and just drop like this shower of sparks right on top of this guy. I've been just frying people left and right today, apparently.
You love it. You love it. You love to see it. Yeah, it's it's like you get all the sparks in all the right places, like in all of this guy's open wounds and stuff. It's just like completely frying, like the mix between tech and flesh at the same time, and like it starts to burn and also melt around everything, and it's just pretty gnarly looking. I think in your heads you can hear this guy just wailing in pain.
Yeah, I'm just like staring. This is like meant to go for like actual mechs, not living flesh. I did not think about this. I do not wish to see this again.
But like with all of this, he falls to his knees and he actually like starts to like crawl towards the door leading to the pike room and just like slams on it a couple times with his fist and then eventually just collapses. And the wailing ceases from your mind, so you can assume that he's probably long gone now.
Well, let's go. That happened, guys. Can we get out of here?
Yes,
No.
let us.
No.
We still gotta go
We're
after
stuck.
the one who faced through the door.
Oh,
There must be something in that other room.
And then
okay.
we saw 4 mechs in that thing Ward got, so we can probably expect more trouble.
Okay, so let's bust the door open.
Sweet. I will say that you can pretty easily take the key to this door, like off this guy, and just click it in place and open it up.
We
No
should
big deal there.
probably tell the workers to leave, right?
Probably.
Including the ones inside of war. Can you put them
Can-
back out?
Can we use this key on the other door to open the other door too? So they can
Yeah,
leave?
I would say they're pretty universal.
Okay. We will lower ourselves to the ground and unschlorp.
Unschlorp.
Such a word.
You just kinda
That is a word.
Yeah,
You just kind of like poop these guys out.
basically.
They all kind of slime out. I think. Do you think they're a little like slimy now, or
Like
are they
all
just
covered
fine?
in like Nickelodeon goo.
Yeah, goo, slime.
Well, War doesn't get like slimed, so I would think that they're mostly okay, but there's probably one who like moved around way too much while he was
Oh yeah.
inside Overseeker. It just got like gunked up.
Oh, buddy, you can't be so scared when you're inside of a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they all kind of slide out. And I think one of them, like, there's kind of like a guy who, he's like one of like the actual like factory workers. He looks like a pretty like heavy set guy. Just kind of like large all around, like in general, very tall, very thick, very muscular. Kind of like the like professional like weightlifters. Like he was really that big. And he comes up to, I guess, like the Overseeker, and he like waves you down for a second, and he just starts calling out. He's like, "Hey, thanks for saving most of us, I guess. Thanks for getting us out of here. Do you want me to call the authorities? I can do that."
Do we want that?
Do we want that?
I don't know. Do we?
Will they arrest us?
I mean, if we are fast enough to leave before they arrive.
This guy's
can
like,
you,
we're just like kind of, I don't know if we're like not in a hostage situation anymore, but we were just in one, so.
can you tell us what's on the other side
Okay.
of the door?
Yeah, it was our machine that, well, they're using it incorrectly now, but it's a
Oh,
machine
okay.
that it thrusts a pike into the ground and sort of shakes up the earth around the facility, and then we use that to collect minerals and silt deposits and microorganisms that we can study later. They're using it way too quickly. It's not supposed to be drilled this fast.
Do you know what they're trying to do with it?
So they're stupid, basically.
I
And
have
greedy.
no idea what they're trying to do with it. All I know is that they are overclocking it to the max, and it's very dangerous.
Okay, so you call the authorities and we try to stop them?
How long
Is
ago
that what
did
we-
they start doing this?
Not that long. We've only been hostages for maybe 12 hours.
Oof.
Is there a risk of like the place falling apart if they do this too long?
I don't know. We've never ever made it go this fast or with so much vibration before. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep going with the pace that they're going. This place might just vibrate apart.
Okay, we'll try to stop them. I guess call the authorities if we're technically helping.
Is there an emergency kill switch?
Surely you must have one.
Wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, I kind of run the place, so yeah. Here, I'll give you the code for it.
Nice.
The emergency switch is actually well, it might be kind of hard to get to. The pike itself is almost flush against the back wall, and you kind of have to get behind it to actually turn it off. emergency turn it off. I'll shoot you guys the code for it. And he like takes out his like I don't know, phone or something, and he types in like a big long series of numbers and shoots it off to all of you guys.
Okay, so when we get in there, someone try to turn the thing off, and then the rest of us will distract the other mechs. Hopefully.
Sounds like a plan.
Who wants to be the one to try to turn it off?
I guess I can interface question mark.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, then
We will
us three will
attempt
try to
hacking.
fight the other 3 mechs.
3v3.
Should be fine.
Okay.
Perhaps give
I
us a little
will-
bit of a head start before you
Before
call
you
the
call the others.
authorities, so we don't get caught up in.
Whatever happens.
Yes, we weren't here.
Yes, we were never here.
This guy shoots you 2 big thumbs up, and he says, "I won't call the rig authorities until I'll give you guys until we get to the surface. So maybe 10-15 minutes, and then
Should be fine.
it's gonna take a real long time for the Haven mercenaries to show up. So I'll call them right away, and they'll probably be like 2 hours. So."
Perfect.
But
should be
I
fine.
get it. If you guys, I get it though. If you guys want to be under the radar, no big deal. Just thanks for saving us, really. Most of us. Not that guy though, and he like points to Rio's mech.
Hey,
You fucking shot a couple of my guys,
hey,
dude.
look, you know what? It was an accident. Shit happens. Sorry.
Shit happening in the workplace is a lawsuit, dude. Come on.
Right. Well, thank you very much for
Don't-
helping out. We'll keep him in check.
Don't stew him.
Well, you're lucky I don't know you guys' names.
Right. Let's just go.
Yeah, we go.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm calling OSHA and you guys. No, you can't be OSHA. I'm OSHA.
Please,
We're OSHA too. We're all OSHA.
No,
everyone's OSHA.
You should just Spider-Man
our
me.
OSHA.
Our OSHA.
Please.
The O in OSHA stands for our.
What are we? OSHA?
What are we, OSHA? Oh, that's really good. Okay, you guys. At the same moment that you guys start opening the door to the pike room, the other guys or the workers close the door behind you to the hangar. So you're opening the door. I should have thought of something cool to say there, but you're just opening a door right now.
This is fun.
As you're standing there, I guess, while the door opens, I'll describe the room a little bit. It's this big, very large, very large room.
Please use large 4 times in the same sentence.
It's a large room with large machinery.
With large doors.
And a large door and a very large and tall ceiling. There's 4 for you.
Nice.
I think the majority of the room is fairly sparse of equipment, except for like maybe like up against the walls. The biggest thing in this room that takes up probably about 1/4 of the very back wall is like this huge machinery. Just like a lot of like big surfaces. And what you see is what this guy described, a massive pike. And it goes, I guess like right now you're kind of like in that 30-second interval where there's no vibration. And so what you see is this pike that's like it's taller than the building, like, so it goes outside. And you could guess, since this building itself is probably like 2 or 3 times the height of your mechs, that it's about that size or probably taller. It looks like solid metal, like solid. What's a heavy metal, like titanium or something? Something real dense. And it has this huge point at the end, a very long point too. And even from this part of the room, like at the very front of it, before you even step inside, you can see this thing is vibrating very intensely. And at the moment, because it's being held up right now, there's like 4 like claw mechanisms that seem to be holding it in place. And then like right as you guys get a full view of the room, these claw mechanisms like release with like a hydraulic hissing sound, and this thing just with like the full, like using like gravity all by itself, just drops into the ground. And you hear that, and you hear and feel that huge thud, and then the floor just vibrates immensely for that same 30-second interval before these hydraulic claws latch onto it again and pull it up. So this is what's been causing all of that. And it's doing it very quickly too. And there's a lot of like red lights flashing on screens and stuff, like giving you the idea that, hey, maybe it's not supposed to be doing this. But I suppose that's not the only important thing you see in here, because there's also that same 4-armed mech that you saw originally, with the Lancer in the other room, that faced through the wall. And it's sort of standing there like on guard, standing in between you guys and these 2 other mechs, one more Lancer and another one that looks like this 4-armed one, except instead of being this kind of duller, almost like a bluish, greenish metal, it's a deep, almost blood red. It has like, I don't know if you'd noticed this quite yet. I think it has its back turned to all of you. The same with this Lancer guy. And I think as you get into like the vicinity of this room, you can hear, well, maybe just Ward can hear this in your head. They might be like speaking on like a TESS frequency of like brainwaves that like only TESS can hear.
Ooh.
And like you just hear like the 2 of these guys speaking to each other or in their heads. And one of them, they seem to be talking about a lot of like sciencey like bullshit, but mostly what they're saying is like this the Lancer guy is, they're both like looking at like this huge screen in front of them, and they're then like looking over at like the pike as it drops down, and then looks back over at this screen and like sees like data rolling in. And the Lancer guy says in your brain and just like the general TESS's brains all around, it just says E0011 has a similar overall surface area to Pangea. I'd keep it in running for possibly being the true ground zero. And then the one in the bread in the red mech in the bread mech
Red mech.
in the bread mech
Are we hungry here?
please turns to the Lancer and says, "Why are you so convinced ground zero isn't what we think it is? Is it because of the pull?" And then the Lancer turns to the other one and says, "We don't want to rule out the possibility that thing down there on the surface could be convincing the other scientists that it's the true ground zero." And then they're about to keep talking about something else before the 4-armed mech like raises a hand in the air and says, "Ah, they're here." And the other 2 turn around and face you guys. And
Can you
I
write
think
down
they
all those words you said?
I said a lot of words. Did you want me to write down
With the
Did you-
E0
Pangea?
E001
Pangea?
or something?
Did you want Pangea?
Pangea?
That like weird number you said?
Oh yeah. E01-1 and Pangea.
Okay, Pangea and then
Uh,
ground zero.
And then ground
full.
0. Yes. Ground 0.
Ground.
And the well, it's because I spelled it wrong. Okay, it's not actually ground.
Okay, whatever any of this stuff means.
Yeah, these guys turn to you, guys, noticing that like behind you, or I guess like at your feet, like their friend is just lying there, bleeding out. And they're just like, I see. I think the red one, pushes forward, and turns to Ward specifically, and moves its like brainwaves telepathic speaking frequency down to a level that everybody can hear, and says, "You are the collective, yes? You are here to what exactly? Arrest me and my friends? Do you just want us to tell you what we're doing?"
Information would be good. However, it seems like what you are attempting to accomplish here is not with the best interests of everyone in mind.
These two, the other two, sort of like not as like lower ranking mechs, I guess. They sort of start to slowly like draw weapons and form like a offensive position. But this red one stays very calm, and it says, "I feel no reason to tell you and your hive mind my objectives. I wish that you could trust us. But since clearly you cannot, okay. I will not disclose to you my name or my companions' names, nor will I discuss my directive, but I will tell you this. When my mission is complete, when it becomes strong, your hive mind should do something a human once told me. Count your chickens, because its power is so very convincing. And you may find that many of your fellow TESS will be resistant to the region TESS." And right as it says that, it's sort of they all three of these mechs sort of get low, and I think one of the lancer one fires off a warning shot from its lance, and it streaks nearby Ward's mech, but doesn't hit you.
I think at that, Ward will rise up in Overseeker to like match like spatial level so that they're at the same level as this red one. How dare you? How can we trust when you will not tell us your directives? When you will not tell us anything? The entire point of the collective is to share knowledge, We trust because we know. You hide behind your individuality. This makes you a risk. And if you seem to threaten us with this directive, then we cannot let that come to be.
The red one just sort of like tilts its head up so it's looking down at you. And if you could like feel a very rude smile in your head, that's probably what you're getting off of this guy right now. And they just kind of go, okay. This is the reason why I left all of you. You don't trust us unless you know what we're doing, our every move. Why can't you just trust me because I say so? Never mind. Clearly you are so far deep into your hive mind that you can't be convinced. Why don't we settle this the old-fashioned way then? With a fight.
Ward is, well, you can't really tell, but internally, Ward is flinching at this one's usage of you and we, because it's very obviously not used in the same way that Ward uses we and you.
It's very pointed, yeah.
Do the rest of us hear this conversation, by the way, or is it just
Yes.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
they wanted to make sure everybody could hear it.
It's like we're just like standing here, like look at each other,
We are just staring at each other very fiercely.
and then you suddenly like float up into the air. And it's just like,
Yes.
I don't think this is going well.
If that is what it must come down to, then so be it.
All right. Let's get on with it then. And these two like secondary guys rush forward first before the one in red does.
Are they just like watching?
Yeah, I think they seem to be like squaring up Ward though first. But like these two other guys are just going for you. So let me reset these clocks. Oops, shit.
Are
Oh,
we
boy.
still gonna go with the turn off the machine plan, or one person turns off the machine while the rest of us fight, or
I mean, unless someone tells me not to.
I think that's still a decent idea.
So we are pretending that we heard none of that, right? That's what we're doing.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because that's not none of our business, I guess. I'll have to unpack right now.
At any rate, the pike should still be
Yeah,
stopped.
we should still turn that off.
Yeah, okay. I guess I'll start walking over to. I don't know if I see any control console or whatever. But I can try to.
Okay, these two guys are gonna try to stop you.
I mean, I'm gonna wait for like everyone else to
Yeah, we'll engage.
give
them.
me an opening then.
Okay.
Mix just leaves.
Because you just like
Yeah.
fucking leave and these guys are gonna try to jump you.
I like start taking a couple steps there, and then I remember I see those two guys, and I'm like, wait, can you guys just like
Hold on a second.
You do notice
Okay.
though that like when this pike is like raised up behind it, you can see like a mech height panel and like another one of those big key sockets. And then the pike falls down again and it disappears from view.
Oh, so it has to be a mech that does it.
Oh,
So that would be Ward then.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, as long as it's a mech.
Well, no one has
No one has manipulate or
manipulate
whatever.
though.
I
But
mean, yeah, if Nex wanted to do interface, that's fine.
yeah, I will just
Like it's electronics in there, so
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So it should work.
So do we not want to engage the red one yet? Just
Not yet.
go for the other two.
Yeah. Red forearms.
I you
Amazing.
guys don't know what these are called.
Yeah, we don't know their name.
Yeah.
Want to start off?
Make a history check.
Yeah. Well, you guys gotta. I mean, these guys are coming for you. They're offensive, so.
Cool. Go.
Guess I will declare a flamethrower
Oh,
and
Exciting.
so from within, Ward will procure some various vials of chemicals from their mouth, and go to different like locations inside Overseeker and place them in like certain organs that I guess would lead to tentacles, and then they will, I guess, mix within the bloodstream or something or another, and a couple of the tentacles will light a fire, and
Nice.
or maybe like spread out flammable liquid that like as soon as it hits the ground, so it'll set up this. We're casting wall of fire basically, but organically.
Nice. Cool. Go for it.
So I guess that would be. I guess that's a battle. And I'm still at desperate, so I'll use. And I'll use. Since I'm using organics, I will use my ominous and organic quirk.
Okay.
So I will take a bonus die and go up from desperate to risky. I will still be at less effect. Six.
Okay.
Six.
You got a 6. The fuck?
Nice. No more
When did you
desperate.
guys not roll a 6? Where did those 3s go? Bring those back.
Hey, I still rolled a 3.
All 6s all day.
Okay. So, are you trying to like hurt one of these or both of these guys with this?
Yeah. So
Or are you okay?
I'm strategically placing this like fire area because they're charging us, right?
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
trying to time it so that once this bursts into flames, they're unable to stop themselves in time, and so they end up like running through it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll say that you could like you can pick one of these guys that it hurts more, or you can like split because you got a 6, so you can split this into both of them if you want.
I think I'll split it into both of them.
Okay.
Do
So I'll
some
do it.
AoE.
Yeah,
AoE.
get some AoE damage up in here.
I'll take that. What? Yeah, both of these guys are just like suddenly engulfed in flame, and they don't even realize it before. Like it happens. But like they're like engulfed in flame, and you can hear them shouting, ouchie, hot. And they emerge from the flames though in kind of a badass way. I'll tell you what.
I look at Ward like, did they just say ouchie, ouchie, hot?
Oh wow, okay.
Their vocabulary seems to have taken a downfall
After leaving the collective.
after leaving the hive mind.
You leave the hive mind, you lose all the words.
You lose all
Yeah,
the brain
you
cells.
share all
I'll
the words
learn
with
them
everybody.
again. I guess next will be waiting for like an opening to go.
Okay. Yeah, I would say, I mean, like at the moment, they're both kind of I
Wait,
think
has
like
has the fire like split off everyone from Nyx?
no, I don't think Nyx has moved yet. So everybody's still kind of together. But she can probably pretty easily just like go around it, or she can like fly over top of it. Like that's fine too. But I would say these guys are pretty engaged right now. So if you want to like take this moment to slip around, that's sick. You can do that. Or
Okay.
you don't have to. Okay.
Wait.
You didn't say anything, so it's like okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go do that. I'm gonna be using interface for this one because
All right.
that's my good one.
Okay. It's gonna be a little tricky because you kind of have to like you have like 30-second intervals to like actually get in here, and then you have to pull back before this
Okay.
thing drops on your arms.
I will be praying because I cannot really take much more stress.
Okay.
So let's go. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That works.
You get like I'll say you have to like roll twice for this because it's difficult to
Okay.
do.
Sure. Sure.
So like in the first like 30 seconds, you like manage to like I don't know, like how do you do this? Because it's like it's the same kind of thing. I mean, it's like this big socket to like stick a electronic key into. So like how do you like get it so you can unlock it or turn it off or something?
He gave us like the code, right?
Yeah. So like it's like a 2-step thing where you have to like turn the key and put in the code. So it's like an
Okay.
emergency, whatever, you know?
It's like the nuke key. You have
Yeah.
to have two
Yep.
people doing the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna have the mech hold down the key,
Okay.
and I'm gonna leave my mech,
Cool.
and I'm gonna just like take my hack rig with me and go manually input the code.
Okay.
So here's the please.
If you can rotate your hands in opposite circles, then you can do it.
Sure. Let's see how good I am at that. No.
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay,
That's
so
the
here's
code the guy gave us.
Okay.
oh man. Okay, so here's what
It
happens.
had to happen.
The
So
code
here's
was
what
too long.
happens. You I think you succeed on like getting your mech to turn the key. But what happens is that you need to leave your mech's hand in the socket. And so you walk out onto your mech's arm, and it's precariously placed right where the pike is about to drop.
Oh, great.
So you've managed to make it to the other side. You're standing on like your mech's hand right now, and you're trying to type this thing in, but like you're not having enough time. You're just not enough time. It's 30 seconds. And behind you, you can like not only feel and hear, but it's just like this your heart like sinks because like you hear and feel the hydraulic claws release from the pike, and it just falls onto your mech's arm.
Just got that
You just got it fixed.
Not like this.
That's fucking
Not like this. All right, so you rolled a 2. I will give you damage here.
Okay, this is fine. I mean,
Let's
it's not,
see.
but you know.
Don't worry, it's just a 2, I think.
Can I wait, no, I take stress for resisting.
Yeah, I mean, if you have like
Can
I don't know
armor?
if your mech has armor, you can probably do this. It's going to be a level 2, so you could bring it down to a
mean,
level 1 if you
I
want.
mean, yeah, that's better than 2, so
Yeah, better.
Yeah.
I will do that.
So I think what happens here is it goes. If you didn't like suddenly remember that you should probably like put on like an extra armor here, you're like looking behind you and you're like, oh shit, and you like type that in really fast, and like an extra sheath of armor like folds over the arm of your mech, and if that didn't happen, this pike would have gone clean through it, and you would not have an arm on your mech anymore.
My baby. Again?
But because you managed to do this, what ends up happening is that the pike still goes straight down, but instead of cutting into the arm of the mech, it kind of like grazes off the side and it pushes it out of the way. So you get a level 1 damage on your mech. I'll say like scratched. And let's see. I think I have to do another one because you did. You rolled a 2. Yes.
This is fine.
I will say that you are what are you? You're just at risky standard right now. I'll put you at desperate now
Okay.
because where you're standing is very unsafe right now. And also it's like still like touching this pike a little bit, like it's like leaned up against it and it's just like vibrating like insanely.
I'm just like
So-
staring at my mech, like, this is fine. This is fine. We're fine. We can fix it. I am not letting you near Rio again. We're not fixing this with duct tape. Maybe Ward.
Let's move to someone else at the moment. You can roll it again in a bit. What is everybody else doing?
What am I doing?
I don't know. There's a couple of guys who are trying to fight you.
Oh right, yeah, I should probably deal with the guys who want to fight me because
They're fighting you.
yeah, because they're fighting me, and suing me is just not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So So like, are they like in their mechs?
Yeah, there's two
Or
mechs fighting you right now.
construction mechs? Oh, did I
No,
even
these
have
are
it wrong?
these are the
The proper mechs.
yes, the actual mechs, not the
Okay.
forklifts.
In that case, I'm gonna blast them with my heavy cannon.
Okay, who are you choosing?
Uh,
There's a lancer and guy with 4 arms.
4 arms needs to go down first.
Sure.
4
Okay.
arms, 4 times the attacks. That's how that works.
Yes, this is D&D.
That is definitely how this works.
Nice.
Oh.
Have you ever gotten?
Oh.
Have you ever succeeded with this freaking cannon?
I don't think so.
No,
Nope.
I can't fire this fucking cannon.
See, this
The
is
duct
what
tape,
happens
Rio.
when you fix it with duct tape.
You gotta stop using duct tape. You gotta like grow up to hot glue or something.
We all just start yelling at him over the call.
You bust wide on this thing. Like this lancer like sees you like charging it up, or the forearm sees you charging it up, and it's just like, oh no, and he just moves out of the way. And you fire it, and it goes straight back into like the back wall near Nyx and near the pike, like off to the side, and like it doesn't like bust a hole clean through the wall because that would be very bad, but it does like make like a very hot melted dent in the wall. Like if you perhaps hit that boy one more time, it would not be good, and you might be
I just, it
dealing
hits the
with
back
water.
wall, and I just yell over the intercom. Fuck! I just patched the energy tanks and recalibrated the systems this morning.
Did you do it with duct tape?
Are you sure about that?
I did the patching part with duct tape. You can't recalibrate with duct tape. Come on.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had tried.
Okay. I
Fucking
think
cannon. I'm never gonna be able to fire this damn thing.
Nope.
really good, really good. Let me see. Yeah, there is oh, ore. Okay. Let's see. There's not really another thing that I can tick. So I guess I will just have forearms take this opportunity because this is quite a swift mech. After you just whiff at it with this cannon, launches forward towards you and takes its hand, one of its 4 hands, and just like thrusts its fingers into the side of your mech. And there's like it releases like some sort of like electric charge, and like short circuits your mech a little bit. And so like the interfaces are kind of fuzzy right now. And I'll give you a level 1 damage for that. Short circuit tid, I guess. You can armor that if you want, but
Nah, I'll take it.
okay. Just remember what that happens with your dice.
Okay.
It gives you like less effect. I think.
Yep.
Level 1.
Okay, I have a question about this thing I have.
What is it? With a drug cocktail giving a person energy resides in aggression.
This will modify your position and affect as suitable. 1, what is suitable? 2, what do these consequences really mean?
3.
And 3, does the next scene mean like until the end of this entire fight?
4.
I would say
4,
probably.
how does resisting work?
Oh, jeez.
5.
Stop. I can't answer all of these in one go. I would say the next scene would be until the end of the fight.
Okay.
Let's see. Modify your position of an effect as suitable.
Does that just like raise by 1 stage or?
I don't know. That's very vague. I guess like you can like describe to me like what you're actually doing with this stuff, and will decide. I don't, because it says both. So
Yeah.
like, I guess that means if like, I don't know, it can't tell friend from foe and destroy everything doesn't really seem like it would raise your position at all. Seems like it'd bring it down. To me. Because you might just be wailing on your friends.
Those two also sort of seem like the same thing. Like,
Yeah. I guess it could also mean like if you like see that if that pike is really giving you shit right now, you might just like go and punch it.
start destroying the pike.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we you can use it and we can like see how it goes from there, but like you might just have to like role play those things.
Okay.
But yeah. And then resisting is resisting. So you would use like if you can't tell friend from foe and destroy everything, those kind of seem like what? Like maybe resolve or like insight consequences. So you would like roll that, one of those, and then oh god, hang on. You people don't resist ever, so
Yeah.
I don't know how it works.
So resisting is typically done to resist harm, at least in
Yeah.
blades, but I think in beam you can resist anything.
Yeah.
So if you want to resist something, you roll either insight, prowess, or resolve. And then you take 6 minus whatever you roll, and that's how much stress you take.
Yeah.
And then
And then it would avoid the consequence, but you would take
yes.
stress.
Oh, you take stress for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an alternative to
Uh.
using armor, basically.
Yeah.
But you can use
that's
resist
why
for
I said no.
for things that are not necessarily harm.
Getting stress is fun. Why don't you guys do it?
That is not great then, because I only have 1 for insight. So I could
Rough.
potentially get 10
5
stress.
stress.
With 2 consequences, so that could be.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd have to roll twice.
Never mind. I am not using.
amazing. It's fine. Just push
Incredible.
yourself on the resistance roll.
Why would you ever use this thing then? That doesn't.
I don't know. I mean, the game is about high
If you're
risk, high
desperate.
reward. So
Yeah.
it'd bring your effect up to probably great. Or whatever it is. But
I think I'm gonna hold off on using this then.
Amazing.
fine.
Instead, I will like pop open the cockpit, and I'll use this anti-armor weapon against the Lancer,
Okay.
and I will push myself. Cause why not? So I'll shoot it. So risky. Risky. Wait, so using one of these bolded items increases position or effect rate? One of the special items?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you can choose, yeah.
So I'll raise to controlled. And then the effect is already increased from my special ability thing. And then I'll get the bonus dice from the stress or the pushing.
Jesus. It's a lot of
So
dice.
1, 2, 3, and 6.
Well, you did get the 6, so. And you're controlled. Great.
6 controlled. Great.
Incredible. And you're not even in your mech. You opt out.
Yeah, I just like,
Okay.
popped the cockpit open.
You should have done this with the black hole gun. That would have been fun.
I'm gonna use that on the red forearms, dude.
Okay. All right. So you got a 6 on controlled. Great. Okay. So that is
The
3
six
ticks
control
to
three
whatever.
To the
So
Lancer.
you're shooting on the Lancer. Okay, so that's 3 ticks to this guy. What does it look like when you shoot this guy?
This is an anti-armor weapon. I guess, what is that? Like a laser beam gun?
Laser beam gun.
Yeah, and it just like sort of ignores the armor on the mech.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe you like shoot at like the neck. I guess it doesn't have a neck, huh? So it's a ball for a head. Maybe you shoot at like its core, like in its chest, this glowing core.
Yeah.
And like that has like kind of like a film armor over top, and you you shoot through it, and it just like shatters, like easy, because of this gun. And I think it goes like straight through. Like you can see like the beam of the laser beam go right through and out the other side. This guy like stumbles backward, like surprised that did so much, and you're just like by yourself standing out your mech.
And she hops back in.
Sweet, cool. That did a ton. Who's next?
Just took an item and pushing my.
Yeah.
I still roll the 1, 2, and 3.
Amazing.
Yeah. So I still gotta deal with these 2 guys over here that are trying to kill me, and this cannon thing once again fails. So I'm just gonna go back to what seems to be the only thing I know how to use on this damn mech, the fucking sword.
Yes. Get out your beam saber.
And I draw this massive sword, and I go and try to hack off 4 arms. 2 of 4 arms' arms. Anything. Something.
All right.
Please.
Go for him. Take that swing. Okay, 4. Yeah. You have you have like a level 1 damage, right?
Yes.
All right, so that brings your effect down to lesser, but you still got 4, so that's a success there. Limited, sorry, whatever. So you go for 4 arms, and you clean chop off one of them.
Hey.
You go for the second one, but it kind of gets stuck in there for a second.
Hey,
Let me take
let
this.
go of my sword.
The guy just like looks up at you as he's like, "Oh, dude," and then looks over. He's like, "Man," with this sword like still in him, and he just like takes this moment to like use one of his other arms on the other side and just like jab his fingers up like underneath your mech's arm, like in the armpit, and like fires another electric jolt through it. So I'll have you go down to well, yeah, he's gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bring you down to desperate.
Okay.
Because hey, that hurt.
Okay. I am going to declare a rack of missiles or rockets,
Cool.
but I would like to think that this rack of missiles is like Velcro strapped around the back of Overseeker, and
Please.
it's definitely not like a rocket launcher or anything. It's just like a weapon rack, and they'll like reach up with their tentacles and grab some rockets and not even throw them, just like try and smash it into the mech.
You use it as like a melee weapon and just kind of like
Yes.
whack him.
And hope it blows up.
Blows up.
Sure, go for it.
Because I don't have bombard, so everything has to be close range.
So funny.
Please do it.
Well, if this fails, there's very obvious harm for you.
Yes.
It blows up on both of you guys, though.
So this will
And that's how we
be
all died.
battle.
Oh no.
Oh,
We spoke it into existence.
not like this.
I mean,
Anyways,
thematically appropriate,
Yes.
but still rough. All right. You're in. Okay. 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 So let's see. With the one, that boy.
Man,
I
why
mean,
you
that boy.
start going like that?
Well, um, don't worry. It's not like a critical failure or anything. So it's just like a normal failure.
wait.
Yes.
I
Yes.
declared an item and I didn't do anything.
Oh yeah, you could roll another dice.
So I can roll
die
another
if you want
dice.
to.
Let me
it.
do that.
Roll another one. This
Watch
might
it be another one.
turntables.
Oh.
Oh no. At least it wasn't
mean-
another one.
Okay,
That would've
not a
been
one
bad.
though.
Fail.
It's not a crit
Yeah.
fail.
That's two. It's you saved yourself there. It still sucks. Yeah, I think this thing blows up in your face. I don't think you like know exactly where the explosion is gonna come from. You think it's probably gonna come from like the head, but it comes from maybe like more part of like the body of the thing.
Oh.
And
So
so it like
holding it at
gets
the
your
wrong
tentacle
place.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say it probably like blows off a significant chunk of this tentacle.
No.
And I'll give you. What are you at? Risque? Risque?
Yes, risque.
All right. I'm gonna give you a actually. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna give you a level 2 blowed up.
I'm going to armor that.
Okay, bring it down to a level 1. What's lesser than blowed up? Shrapnel. Shrapnel
Trap
from
hole.
this thing blowing up around you, and it gets all up in your tentacle arm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's yeah. Nothing else happens to you though, because that was a level 2. So don't worry.
Safe.
All right. Who's next?
Do we want to go back to Nyx or?
I guess.
Yeah, Nix, you
I
can try. You can try turn this thing off. You have a moment.
Okay. So with the mech in place, I guess I can declare the remote control to not have to go back in and just like have it stay in place while I do my thing.
Okay,
Let's pray, guys.
let's do it.
I'm
I believe in
at
you.
lesser effect and I'm at desperate, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You can do something though to like bring that up if you want. I don't know, like stress or I don't know if
Yeah,
someone
that-
can help you,
We
but
have that
or-
bargain thing, right, with you? Devil's bargain or whatever.
yeah, you can do a collateral die. Those are fun.
I mean,
They're fine. It's fine.
sure, why the fuck not? Let's die.
Okay. I will just tell you. So if you take the collateral die, I can just choose to have something happen.
Regardless.
Regardless.
Yep.
So I will say, if you take this collateral die, the TESS in the red mech will for sure get away.
We don't want that. I guess I'll just take the fucking stress.
Okay, that's sure.
Okay. Now, do
I'm
I
saying they
want
still
to
won't get
not be
away.
desperate, or do I want to fix the lesser effect that I have? Because
Desperate's pretty bad.
Yeah, I think the desperate.
Yeah, okay.
Probably.
Desperate it is. So we're going back to
Just
Risky.
Yay.
risky. No, that's a different thing.
I think that's a different game,
Okay.
maybe.
Limited effect. Listen.
Four, hey,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, you got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I mean,
yeah. How do you turn this thing off?
ooh. Okay. So I'm like hanging off the arm of my mech with like one hand on the remote control, trying to get it into position as I'm just attempting to like brute force the code because like at this point I'm out of finesse, so I'm just like brute forcing
Mm-hmm.
the password or whatever and like pray. And like the stopping is not, it's not pretty. It's not like, oh, it slows down. It's it very abruptly just clanks once then twice and then everything starts shaking. But and you know I almost fall off, but it's fine. I like turn around, give a thumbs up to everyone.
You're like you managed to shut it off when the pike is pulled up. And so like when you shut it off, the hydraulics just release. Because there's nothing powering them anymore to continue to hold on. So this thing just drops to the ground into the ground one more time, but there's no vibration anymore. It's just one loud thud and then silence.
Got it.
So yeah, and you have to like run back like along the arm of your thing and get back in your cockpit. But you got it. The thing has been turned off, and hopefully Oasis is no longer in danger of having a seismic activity just suddenly happen.
Good job, Nick.
What now? Can we leave? Can we go? Hold
We
on,
gotta
wait, are
fight
we
these guys.
supposed to just like
You could run this one too.
You
Yeah, I guess we
do
could just
that.
run, but
I need to sit down a little.
I don't know,
Yeah,
Ward.
I mean
what's the play here, Ward?
the red forearms has not engaged you guys yet.
Yeah,
We're just hanging out watching.
we haven't even touched them yet.
Are starting to
Where is
look a
the
little
police when you need
dicey.
them?
But if we leave now, they'll just restart the pike.
Did we destroy the pike?
I try my cannon again.
You guys are at 3 ticks structural integrity. You could just
We
blow
could
the
just
place
blow
up.
the place up.
I mean, if
When
I miss,
Rio says that,
it
I
will
just like
still-
walk away immediately.
if I miss, it will still hit something.
It'll still blow the place up.
Yeah, very true.
No, there is 0 chance of failure.
What you have to do is aim at the wall and then miss, so you hit
Then
the
you'll
mech.
hit the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please, if he does that, that's the one time he's gonna
Yeah, it's
actually
the one time he's
Yeah.
gonna
roll a
hit the wall.
6.
He's gonna roll a
I mean,
crit.
Absolute worst case scenario, I missed the wall, I missed the enemy mechs, and I hit one of you guys, and you guys immediately cease to exist.
Get
You know
disintegrated.
what?
Case scenario.
Do your thing. We believe in you.
I mean, do we just want to destroy the place
Are
and
there
then
people
leave?
here?
I think we told them all to leave.
I mean,
Isn't the place
sure.
like rising to the surface?
well, if we
No.
fuck it up, it will
I don't
not.
think so.
The
Oh, are
this-
the workers
they're-
going to the surface?
yeah, so
Okay.
they would have gotten in like some sort of like I don't know,
Transport
transport and just
shuttle or
started
something.
rising. Yeah. They were planning on
Okay.
telling the rig workers anyway about this.
So if we don't think we can take them all on, it might be better to just blow the place up and then leave.
Sure, let's fuck it up.
That's probably the play here. because we're not doing too great.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
if we, well, they will get away because we do know that they're all waterproofed, but at the very least, they won't be able to
Alright.
continue whatever they're doing.
Maybe some of them will get crushed by the rocks.
Perhaps. Fire away, Rio.
Go crazy, go
We
stupid.
believe in you.
At the wall.
Not at us.
No. That, just not us. Destroy the place.
At the
Hit
very
whatever.
large wall.
Where are you?
Rio,
Oh, yeah.
shoot your big gun.
Attack the wall.
Hey guys,
We're
you,
destroying the place.
you might want to back away.
Yeah, we start backing out.
Yeah.
All right, I got it this time. I aim at the wall.
He can't miss.
Literally.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
He still misses.
He still misses the wall.
Can't use his fucking cannon.
Rio!
Please let him hit one of the mechs.
God, that is so funny. Here's what happens. You aim and it kind of steers you around a little. Yeah, it ends up firing through the door, through another door, and hits a transport, and you kill more people. No,
How did I miss? The target was everything.
and yet you hit the one thing you weren't supposed to
Yeah.
hit. I mean, what? God.
You hit the floor. It bounces back.
Bounces back. He gets recoil. Ricochet right back at him.
Take harm.
Okay. Yeah.
Figure out how to narrate.
I know. I'm trying to think how you fuck this up. There's not like a
Oh.
ton
I mean,
of.
maybe like his system itself just like messes up and just like, shoot it
It doesn't
all the
fire.
way, or yeah, it doesn't fire.
It doesn't fire.
It
Yeah,
See
I
what
guess
happens
that could work.
fire?
Jammed up by duct tape.
Oh, it
Yeah.
just blows up in my chest. Okay.
Yes.
I'll
And
do
this is how I died.
I'll do like it's just there needs to be more consequences. I guess I could reduce I can I can't reduce your effect any further. I'll reduce your position, I guess you'll be in desperate. And I will also give you a level 1 harm jammed. Or level 1 damage jammed. Which you can armor if you desire,
No, I don't need that.
I guess.
I'm good.
Okay.
I miss once again, and I'm like, guys, did I mention this cannon is extremely experimental? Like, literally the only one of its kind.
I
Maybe-
wonder
maybe
why.
We shouldn't bring such experimental weaponry on our missions.
Well, yeah, the thing is, the whole suit's kind of experimental. And then I'm like messing around with it too, so it's like extra experimental.
How have you survived this long?
Maybe if he stopped experimenting with duct tape.
How did we just recently realize he's using duct tape? On that note, I will try to shoot the wall. Yeah, I'll do a rack of missiles. So like a little shoulder panel opens up and shoots out a bunch of missiles at the wall.
Bet I can shoot the sky.
Who knows? You might shoot the ground
Oh
instead.
my god.
Please.
Are you
Banger.
serious?
Here comes the
Banger.
threes.
There's all the threes.
You're too. This is what
Jinxed
happens
it.
when you
I'm
make
the only
fun
one
of
who's
your
rolled like a bunch of
teammates.
threes today.
You're cursed. What are you using to shoot?
This is a missile rack.
Okay. You fire out these missiles and, well, yeah, I guess you hit the ground. And like that doesn't do anything because it's the floor.
Great.
Like maybe like around you and your allies' feet, so it's like hard for them to walk around now because there's a bunch of like craters in the ground. But you rolled a
Right.
3, so what are you at right now? You're still you're at risky. I'll bring you down to desperate. And then I will give you a level 1 harm. Because you shot your foot, I guess. Stub toe.
Stub paw.
Stub paw. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have anything else? We're having
You
trouble
really-
trying to destroy the.
It's like 3 ticks.
What
it's
if I
not gonna
just
be that
swung my
hard.
sword at the wall?
I mean, yeah, it might
then
work
you
better with the
miss.
cannon. And then you
So-
miss.
You cut your
Flying
arm
at him.
off.
You throw your sword.
You hit someone else.
Look, oh, we've tried everything else. We might as well.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
go
should
for it.
retire, guys.
Right, okay.
Sure. There you go.
Okay.
What do you hit
So
with
what
your-
if I just like dropped all the like guns and cannons and I just like glued like 10 swords to myself? You know, duct taped them all.
Duct tape 10 sword.
I mean, sure, go for it. Apparently, that's how it works.
I could just spin around like a porcupine.
Please.
I read about those in a book once.
And then you fall
Oh,
over and
same
can't
one.
get up.
All right. I dropped you down to desperate, so I think that doesn't actually change because you're still at standard. So that's 2 ticks. Cool.
You have harms?
Yeah.
First level harm.
Oh, that's right. That does drop down to less or limited, whatever. So it's actually only 1 tick. And desperate means you suffer a serious consequence because you rolled a 5 or a 4 and a 5. All right, let me tick this clock first. You got 1. You did stick your sword into this wall and then you pull it back out and water starts gushing out. So, hey, you did something.
Yeah.
But in response, they do not tell me like where. Here it is. Severe problem. 3 ticks or a bunch of heat, which is not in this game. Severe harm. A 3? Oh man.
Oh
I think
boy.
this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen to you, Rio, and not your mech. So this is gonna be harm, not damage.
Hey.
Jesus.
Like I'm not gonna just like destroy your mech because you like it slashed a wall. Like that's so dumb. But you probably like with like your it's really gonna be a 3rd, huh? I mean, you can armor this, so you definitely can do that and it'll drop it down. But you're gonna take like a level 3rd harm electrocuted.
Yeah. Yeah. What's my armor at? Yeah, throw some of that on.
Okay, that'll bring it down to a 2.
Okay.
I'll say shocked instead. As like all these like wounds, I guess, in your mech from this forearms that was like I don't know, like doing like mini like EMP bursts like into your systems, like have backfired a little bit, and like your controls like I don't know, they flare up and they shock you pretty good. So yeah, you're a little twinged. But
Guys,
there's only 2
kinda
ticks
hurts
left.
in here.
There's only 2 left, so you're so close.
Guys, I think my cockpit is malfunctioning.
Right,
It's not
shoot
the
the
only thing
black
that's
hole
malfunctioning.
guy at the wall.
Well, yeah, I cannot help you with that. You made a little hole. Can I? Let's see if we can make it bigger. I'll attempt to shoot my energy rifle at the hole where the water is coming out.
All right, cool. Go for it.
Okay, guys.
really
don't
just
mind
need
me,
to
I'm just
succeed
getting
here.
fried alive in here.
I mean, sure, but I'm.
Bold of you to assume.
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh,
There it
ooh,
is.
desperate limited too. You guys gotta start like helping each other or something.
I'm at 6. I literally, if I help anyone,
No, I mean
I
like people
will
could have helped
trauma.
you.
Oh, well, I mean, I will trauma if I take any more stress. So
Okay. Desperate. You trying to shoot this thing with your energy beam cannon thing? Damn. Okay. I will say, you'll take, how many, what are your damages at right now? Do you just have one?
my mech has 1 damage. I am fine.
Okay. I'll do one more damage, to your mech. Just a
Okay.
level 1, and it's gonna be like, recoil from
Okay.
your gun. And then as your second consequence, I think, the red forearms is going to start to begin floating up and phases through the ceiling.
okay, so,
Curse
yeah,
you.
they were gonna leave anyway. So.
Okay. Our mechs are struggling.
Just 2 more 6. You just got to get one success
should
here
I
with not
use
limited.
the black hole pistol
No, don't waste it
and
here.
just shoot the wall?
Do it.
We are going to take things into our own tentacles.
Doesn't have ammo. You just need a battery.
I will declare placed explosives
We're going to take things into our own tentacles.
and pop out of Overseeker really quick,
Okay.
and I will wreck.
Get smashing.
And I will take an extra die for that,
Gonna wreck it.
and I wreck
There
it.
you go. That's all you need to
Perfect.
finish this off and to destroy the structural integrity. How do you wreck? How do you wreck this place? Good.
So, coming out of Overseeker, you see that Ward is just carrying like a whole bunch of packets of like C4 basically, and while like floating around this circle that's or this hole that Ryo tried to shoot or slash into the wall, Ward is very frantically like placing these C4 packets like at particular locations where the cracks are specifically deep, and then while floating back to Overseeker right before re-entering, they hold up this one like very comically large button and just press it, and all of the things explode.
Excellent. Excellent. But yeah, they all like explode in like succession, like in a line or in a circle. And suddenly like it like not only does waters just start like gushing out, but like there's like a like you make like a crack along this whole wall, and it just kind of starts growing and growing and growing until it like reaches the corners, and more water starts like spraying out of this crack a little bit. And like as the water like starts to like fill the room, it like gets up to like your mech's like feet. And like it covers the feet of your mechs. And as that happens, a lot of the electronics around here, they all start short circuiting, and like the lights go out. And a lot of these like red alarms start blaring. So like all you can like the only things that like it's like completely dark except for these red lights that are flashing. And these like loud blaring alarms go off. And like as machines around you guys start short circuiting and like filling with water, and as this fracture in the wall starts growing larger from all of this water pressure that is suddenly being forced into it, you get the sense that like in about 5 minutes or so, this place is coming down. So you've got what you wanted to do, for sure.
Guys,
Are the two
leave.
tests leaving too?
I will say the forearms looks at the Lancer and like kind of like shakes his head, and like the Lancer just like looks at him and like nods. And the forearms is moving to phase out of the wall, but the Lancer kind of like stands there and holds its ground. Like maybe it can't phase.
So they're just gonna stay behind.
Damaged him too much.
Try to stall us.
Yeah. Go down with the ship. Something like that. Okay, so this one's gone. This one's gone. You still have the Lancer here. Structural integrity's done. What are you guys planning to do now? This place is coming down.
Get the fuck out.
All
How
right.
we run?
Goodbye,
Yeah.
Lancer.
Not a problem anymore, I think.
Back to the everybody's favorite escape and capture clocks, or escape and I guess get crushed
Die.
clocks.
Yeah.
Escape and die.
Yeah, I'll say escape and die. Escape,
Yeah, this is
Die.
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 Guess I'll just die.
All right. Right now, the door to like the machine room, the center room, is closed.
You have the key, right?
You do have the key.
Open the door.
Okay. You can open this door and it gets about maybe like 10, 15 feet until it stops abruptly. Like it can't move anymore. So you guys won't, it's not big enough for you guys to like squeeze through.
Actually, wait, could we like
What's that?
blast the hole into like the wall and then just like swim out the side of the building? Instead of just like going through the entire building back to the hangar?
I mean, do you think we're... I mean, wouldn't that be dangerous, though?
You could.
Like,
I would
water
say
is
like
coming in.
no, that's certainly an option. I mean, either way, water is going to be coming in, and you're going to have obstacles to
Okay, that's true.
resolve or get past. I would say if you wanted to do that instead, if you wanted to like blow a hole into the wall, your consequences for that would be like this Lancer like still attacking you. But if that's no big deal, then that's totally an option.
I really want to use this black hole pistol.
Please. Okay.
I mean, yeah, would that be enough to blow a hole into the wall to like get out?
It's done a lot of damage already. If you like aim it right, like in between like maybe this fissure in the wall and the hole, I bet you can probably make it a bit bigger.
And yet, Hana's gonna pop open her cockpit real quick again. Her hand's gonna go to her side and unholster this pistol, and she's gonna aim down the sights at like a weakened part of the building or the wall. She will push herself, try to shoot it.
Nice. It's so dark in here,
So was
and these
my-
red lights are flaring.
Was it just my mech at Desperate, or is that just me?
I think that's just you in general.
Just me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll raise that back to risky with this item.
Cool.
And I'm pushing myself for an extra dice.
There's like water spraying everywhere. It's kind of hard to see a little bit. Fours.
Oh my god.
Fours though. It works.
Why do I roll so much 3?
There's a lot of threes though. Yeah. All right. It does work. you fire this thing off. You kind of have to like squint a little bit because water is being sprayed in your face, and it's just dark, and there's flashing lights everywhere. It's very like kind of a frightening atmosphere right now. But you do manage to find a spot that looks good, and you fire this thing, and that same that like circular orb in the center of the gun it like flares up with this purple energy, and it rotates really, really, really fast, and then that light sort of follows down the barrel and shoots out this singular beam into the wall, and a lot of the wall is sucked into this black hole that you create here for just a moment. And I would say like probably like about the same size as the hole that was initially created. So you've created sort of double the space here. And like even like a lot of water gets like sucked into this black hole too. So that does a significant amount of damage here. You do also hear in the back of your head sort of like, not only do you hear it, but you like feel in like at like the base of your head, like sort of like at your like brainstem. It tickles your brainstem a little. Everybody here, you all feel that same like primal howl that you heard last time Hana fired this off, and like for a second, like deep unnerving dread fills you, and then it goes away. I'm gonna let me just okay, cool. Because you rolled a 4 though, I will say a lot of that you get kind of waterlogged, I think, from a lot of this now because you just blasted an even bigger hole. So I'll give you do you have any, you don't have any harm right now, do you?
No.
Okay, I'll give you a level 1 harm waterlogged.
Okay.
This does tick. So let me take your escape. Bonk. What do you got? Risky? Standard? Okay, that's 2. Yeah. And then your second consequence is me rolling that dice.
What if that dice?
I don't think it happens quite yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite yet. But you guys you're making your way in this escape. You have double the hole size now in the wall. You can't quite squeeze through it yet, but if you keep chugging away at this thing, I bet you probably can.
How about
I will have my mech. Actually, wait, what do I have? Battle. Yeah, I'll do fine melee weapon with my mech. I don't know, summon like a laser sword or something, and I'll try to cut through the wall.
Okay, sure.
So I'm still at desperate. So I'll raise that to risky with the fine melee weapon. Then I have less effect because of the stubbed paw.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ouchie.
limited.
Oof.
Oh my god.
Oof.
Today
The
has
rolls
been
in this
a
game are
day.
so bad.
Rough. That's rough. All right. You're doing this with your mech here. Stubbed paw. All capital letters is really funny to me. Okay. So. 2. Damn. Okay. What happens is you can't like really like connect with the wall at all because there's so much water gushing in. Like you just walk up to it and it's just like you walked into a hose. You get like completely drenched and it actually like pushes you back a little bit from the force. So I will, what are you at right now? Risky limited. All right. I will.
Well, I was at Desperate Limited.
But then you did
I went up
something.
to Risky because I used the item.
Okay, cool. Okay. What will happen first is that I think the consequences of your black hole gun manifest here. From directly behind you, you, even with like within your mech, you feel a very familiar sense of dread. One that you felt, it actually wasn't all that long ago, and you remember it distinctly because you felt it when you were on a spaceship in the middle of nowhere. And that type of dread came from a creature that was inhabiting that spaceship and is now latched on to the back of your mech.
What?
I think if any of you other guys are like looking, you see that like from a very similar like black hole orb or something, like this thing like manifests and just like sloshes itself onto Hana's mech. And just kind of starts like seeping its like, I don't know, flesh, goo, whatever, into like all the crevices of your mech. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, just so you know, for everybody involved, because if you can see it, if the organism is within sight, you take 1 stress for every action. So this is like a Leviathan, remember? And
Great.
Even better.
yeah. So Hana, I'm gonna have your consequence here be that you just take 1 stress from it being on you suddenly. It hasn't like hurt you yet, but it is it's on you. And it's
All right.
sloshing around and being gross.
Okay. So are we still gonna try to like get out? Do we try to get that off you? Can we even do that?
Can we even take it off of the mech?
I mean, I guess you could try to like pry it off. It has substance to it. It's not all liquid. Slime. It's flesh. And eyes.
Oh god. I don't even have anything.
You can deal with that. We are going to work on this hole. I will declare my demolition tools and pop out for a second and use my power tools suitable for destruction or heavy remodeling. So I guess
We heavily remodeled the wall.
yes, Ward pulls out a one of those table saws and like a jackhammer, and starts going to town on the wall.
Do it.
And
Go crazy, go stupid. Are you looking at the organism while you're doing this?
nope.
All right, keep
Because
your back to it.
yeah, very strategically placing themselves so that they only have to look at the wall and not at the organism.
You are not looking. You do not see.
Yes. Pretend we do not see it. Take a bonus die from tools. There you go.
Hey, there you go. That's 3 ticks. You guys are getting there.
Hey.
Boop, beep, boop.
How big is the hole now?
Very big. You literally just need to
Large.
get one more success. I would say it's like enough for like one or like maybe like the overseeker to like squeeze through, but everybody else can't quite fit yet. But yeah, you just go to town. You love blowing shit up today. Yeah. Demolitioning. I don't know. Do you said you had like a jackhammer or something?
Yes.
You just like start like chipping away at this thing, and you get it pretty good. You like this entire time you like are aware of this like terrible little creature, on the Hana's mech's back, like behind you, and it's like its presence is like oppressive a little bit, but like it doesn't. You're not seeing it. It's okay. You're not looking at it. You just focus and just keep jackhammering.
This is
And it
fine.
works.
Everything is fine. There's nothing behind us.
You don't have to look. Just don't look at it. It's not there. But you're very close now. You're
Out of
very
sight,
close.
out of hive mind.
Yeah. All right, you just got to get one more success, guys. I believe in you.
All right.
Okay.
Who's feeling lucky?
Not me.
I mean, you should do like melee. I have I have nothing right now. Once the hole is enough, I can try to like help Hana get out, and we'll figure out what to do with the thing clinging later.
By the way, do we know if this is like the exact same one that was on the ship, or does it look different, or?
I would say it's hard to tell.
Okay.
Just because it's you know, it looks like that.
Okay.
Very similar though.
If there's like multiples of these things, then good.
I believe in you, Rio. I cannot help you because I literally I'm
Okay.
very stressed out, and I have 3 ticks with Rio for whatever reason.
Well.
We will help you, Rio.
Okay. Do you want me to be precise about this?
You just got a success. Just
Actually, just
Yeah.
blow it up,
Just
and
one.
whatever is your best, do that.
maybe the
Alrighty
cannon
then.
will work this time.
I see where Ward has been jackhammering away. I'm like, hey, I got an idea. Can you step aside? And I take my sword.
Very
and I
well.
just swing it at the hole.
As you're approaching, Ward is like using their tentacles to point out like this part right here. We felt a structural weakness.
So you're giving him help.
Yes.
This isn't
How
a
many
battle, so
dice?
it's
How many
so
dice is that?
Just one.
Okay.
We only
You're
have
not
one
So-
tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rio, if that was your standard 2, then you can roll one more. If you want the help.
Doesn't he have
Oh,
like
this
harm and
is-
stuff to lower effect?
Okay,
Okay.
well.
Well,
It
that's
was
still
just
good.
Yeah, it was just in case you got like a 6 or something. But either way, it's 5, and effect and position don't really matter when it's just 1 tick. So, yeah. How do you open this hole big enough for everybody to squeeze through?
So my sword slams into it, and like cracks just like run along the wall, and it just like bursts open, makes a total mess of like Ward's very precise drilling. But it's big enough to get through now. So
Yeah, you guys can hop on through if you want.
We hop through.
It definitely seems like this
Okay.
guy, the Lancer, seems to be getting ready to follow after you. Like to also escape. But you don't have to do anything about that if you don't want to.
We will deal with that when we're not on the verge of dying, I think.
on another day.
Okay, cool.
Can we all leave first and then have Hana leave, but then have Hana block the door so that the organism that's on the back of Hana's mech is between the hole and the Lancer?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So the Lancer has to get
So
through the
it's-
organism. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Sure. If Hana wants to just sit there and like have it latch onto the Lancer.
Wait, what?
Since the alien is on the back of your mech, we have you go out the hole last, and then you just sit in the hole. So that way, but you have like your back to the hole, so that way the alien is the only part of you that's exposed. So if the Lancer wants to get out and tries to attack you, the Lancer will have to attack the alien.
Sure. Why
Yeah, use
not?
it as like a meat shield.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have to do anything about that. I'll just say that the Lancer like goes. It's like everybody else has like made it out, and you guys are like starting to rise a little bit, and like Hana like stays there in the mech and like I don't know, like pins yourself like against the wall, and then like this Lancer, like you guys can't see this, but it's like it like starts to like move towards the organism that's like blocking its way, and it's like that thing is fucking creepy. And so what it does instead, and it like doesn't know that like Hana's still there, so it like goes in and it like thrusts its lance into the organism, and like Hana, it like your mech, like you can like I would say like your mech like alerts you to like it feels a little point in its back, but it's not enough to do anything. Like just like a little touch. And but like you hear like this like horrible screeching sound from this organism as it like wails in like searing pain. And like you can't like feel your mech, but like if you have like cameras on like maybe like the side or like in your cockpit, you can like see like its like tentacles and like its ooze like retreating from your mech, and it seems to like slough off your mech a little bit because it's been stabbed by this massive lance.
Yeah, the second she sees that on her camera, she's gonna boost up through the water.
We are leaving.
Yeah, you guys pretty quickly or pretty easily can hop out of there. I think if you like look back down, you can like see that the Lancer like pokes its head out a little bit and like looks around for a second and then like comes out of the hole along beside you guys. But like at like that same time, the organism manages to recover from that stab and just like latches onto the Lancer's face and like pulls it down to the seafloor. And like the last shot you see of that mech and the organism are them just like struggling together as the facility finally like collapses and like covers the entire crater in dust.
Lancer and the monster made it out of the building.
They made it out, but they were fighting for their lives
Okay.
against each other as the building collapsed beside them.
Maybe he'll win.
Yeah, but you make it up top to the surface. There's no authorities quite yet, but the oil rig knows you're here, and I think they give you like a green light to like you can land your ship here because you saved our crew who were down below.
Nice.
And as Kix shows up and like lands on like the helipad like above or like at the very top of the oil rig, you guys are like loading your mechs in, and then the same like big huge bodybuilder guy like walks up to you guys and he's like, hey, I'm gonna be honest, working here and working 8 miles underwater sucks a lot. Do you need any help? I've got like a couple guys who are thinking about quitting.
Um,
I guess more help wouldn't hurt.
yeah.
Our mechs are certainly damaged after that
Well,
encounter.
Know anything
It's
about
fucked up.
engineering?
We literally work on an oil rig, so yeah.
You don't use duct tape, right?
No.
Okay.
Why would we do that?
Oh, that's
You're
what I
Oh, you're
hired.
gonna use-
You're hired.
Okay, great.
Are they qualified?
This guy introduces himself.
Be quiet.
Are you qualified? This guy introduces himself as, where the fuck did I put his name? Oh, Famous Taylor.
Famous Taylor?
Famous Taylor. And since you guys hired them, they will effectively work as a group of toughs.
Nice.
Nice.
So I will input like what Famous Taylor's like traits and stuff are, but he's like basically the leader of all these like manufacturing workers. So if you want them to go like beat up some guys for you, they can do that.
Go beat up that monster for me.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't we hire someone last time? Didn't we get like a fleshing last
We got a
time?
fleshing.
You
Yeah.
did get a flesh thing, yeah.
Completely forgot about it.
It's fine. They're like a scout doctor. We can use them during downtime.
That's
Yeah.
right. Is Navigator Doctor or something.
Yeah, Navigator.
Dominic. God, that's right.
Dominic.
Dominic with a K.
Dominic. Very futuristic name. But yeah, you guys, these toughs, Taylor and crew, they make their way back to Haven on their own. They have like a helicopter that like brings them to and fro the oil rig. So they'll head over when they're done like packing up their shit. But in the meantime, you guys can make it back in time or without any authorities being alerted that you were here. Except for the oil rig, they knew that you were here. Other than that, I will do. I think since it's like 12:30, we'll probably stop there and we'll do downtime next time.
Okay.
This is fine.
Yeah. This was session. This was
Session
mission.
6.
Session
Mission-
6, but score 5.
For score 5. Yeah. So next score, you guys will level up.
We'll level
Yes.
up.
Yes.
I'm doing it by 3s. Yeah.
Man,
So
that
yeah.
got pretty stressful at the end.
Deserve.
Like the middle, more like.
Yeah,
Yes.
middle.
Yeah.
My first roll was so good, and then it was
You rolled a crit at the beginning.
I mean, I rolled like 3 6s, but the rest of it was not good.
Everything else failed.
I mean, I don't know what it is with this game, but I just never roll in Beam Saber.
You really don't. Like you just like never roll 6s.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
always roll like 3, and if I'm lucky, I roll like a 4.
this is fine. You'll get it at some point.
Eventually.
You'll have your moment.
I don't think so. I think roll 20 just hates me in this game.
Well, it certainly doesn't hate you in like TF5 when you
TF5,
always roll
yeah.
crits. So
True. I mean, I'm fine here. It's just Roll20 hates Theo, but only when I play her.
Yeah.
When I
know.
played her last,
It's great.
All the crits.
I don't think she missed like any attacks. Pretty sure.
The betrayal.
This is ridiculous.
Anyways, okay. Tomorrow's gonna be another night.
Yep.
More
for
more
you.
downtime, guys. A lot of it
Yeah,
for
that's
Val.
a
Yeah.
lot of. Also, fucking
And Evelyn.
Val wants to talk to her
Everyone.
sister, and then Varen, and then Ron wants to talk to her. Or no, Ron wants to talk to Evelyn.
Yeah, that's gonna be something.
Very excited for that.
Val's grandma's gonna send me straight to therapy.
Yep.
You know
After
what?
she
Maybe
sends you to the
maybe
Fat
they
Shadow
will
Realm.
fix you.
You're
Or
gonna
send
need
you on the
therapy because of
path
Val's
to
grandma.
fix-
Yeah, that's why.
yeah.
Therapy is gonna
Val-
be you talking to the garden.
Yeah.
After you get your face smashed into it because the
Val
grandma
has
beat
been
you up.
talking about therapy for ages, but what she means really is just you just stop the plants. You know, isn't that what therapy is?
Just get it
Gardening?
out in the air. Gardening.
Yeah.
You can talk to those mean birds again.
Yeah, those really
Oh.
rude birds.
Oh, that's so sad. Anyways, that was a lot of fun. Thanks
Yeah, that's
for
fun.
running.
Yeah,
Yeah,
See you guys tomorrow.
I see you tomorrow.
see ya.
Bye.
Night.